Baseball coming up next. Diamondbacks Brewers.
Welcome inside American Family Field. It is NL Wild Card Series Game 1. The Diamondbacks and the Brewers. After a year absence from the playoffs, the Brewers are back in, and they are pumped up in Milwaukee.
The time for improving is over. The time for proving has arrived. Because the future hangs by a thread.
It's gone!
The Diamondbacks and the Brewers are ready. 162 games have prepared them for this moment.
There we go! Splash down!
A moment with no before, only an after. Filled with promise or regret. That moment is here. Now is all they got.
The rally towels are out. Roof is open. It is a gorgeous night for baseball. The Diamondbacks and the Brewers. It's game 1 of this National League Wild Card Series. Let's take a look at the brackets in the National League. And then there were 6 as the Braves and Dodgers await the winners of the Phillies and Marlins. And our game here, the Brewers and the Diamondbacks. It is game 1. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. John Shambi, Doug Glanville, Jesse Rogers will join us coming up. All right, one of the big news stories so far in these playoffs yesterday, Brandon Woodruff, the number 2 starter for the Milwaukee Brewers, ruled out for this series, possibly for the postseason. So, Dougie, their big 3 is now a big 2, and it is on Corbin Burnes and Freddie Peralta.
Well, Corbin Burnes is the ace of a staff that has the number 1 ERA in Major League Baseball this season. He can pitch, and Peralta, that 1-2 punch is just as formidable. They'll miss Woodruff, but they also have a great pitching staff that is extremely deep. And you look at the numbers, Burnes, the ERA, he won the Cy Young a couple years ago. He is a strikeout pitcher that also has command, and both these pitchers can get those leads. And talking about best of 3, you only need to win 2. So Burnes is the guy on the hill, power, control, command, and his ability to let his defense do work.
A lot of cut fastballs tonight from Corbin Burnes. These two teams share something in common, outstanding defense. Now, on the other side, the Arizona Diamondbacks, they're athletic, they're fast, and that is really embodied by their leadoff guy, their rookie, Corbin Carroll.
Well, you have a rookie in Corbin Carroll that is a catalyst. He is the leadoff hitter, but he also plays with poise and patience, just beyond his years. And he had a historic season. Doubles, triples, home runs, and stolen bases in categories we've never seen before. He does it all. He can play defense. He's stolen over 50 bases, and he starts the engine for these Arizona Diamondbacks.
It's one of the most impactful rookie seasons we've seen in the last 30 years by wins above replacement. The 4th most impactful. He does a little bit of everything, speed, defense, and power. Corbin Carroll, their leadoff man and right fielder. It's the Brewers and the Diamondbacks from American Family Field. It's 80 degrees in October here in Milwaukee. We'll have lineups and first pitch coming up.
Why is everyone talking about Navage and nasal irrigation?
I am someone who suffers from seasonal allergies. It's just terrible. It really does affect your day-to-day.
Navage is simple. Your nose is the body's air filter, but it's not perfect. Navage is a drug-free way to help flush out allergens, mucus, and germs using powered suction. Join nearly 4 million Navage users so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier.
You could just breathe, immediately breathe.
Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Kinder Bueno. It's crispy. It's creamy. It's not your average chocolate bar. Smooth milk chocolate, crispy wafer, creamy hazelnut filling. It's Kinder Bueno.
This is a cluster.
Hello.
It's what happens when marketers group customers with very different behaviors into one tangled mess.
This is a mess.
With MailChimp, marketers can use real-time behavior data to personalize every email for every customer, turning customers into customers. Intuit MailChimp, the #1 email marketing and automation platform.
This week only at Domino's, get unlimited mini-priced pizzas for 50% off when you order online. Choose any size pizza you want, any crust you want, and any toppings you want. Oh, and any number of pizzas you want, too. Get 50% off your perfect pizza, or pizzas, this week only at Domino's.
Hours of love from you. All the right parts from us. With eBay Guaranteed Fit.
To all the comforters, we're here for you with a source of comfort for everyone. Experience the redesigned Serta Perfect Sleeper.
Go saving this goat done took over our office.
And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands.
Hospital bill for crime. Did you just say Gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time. Aflac. Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap.
Now, how do we get this goat out of here?
Aflac. Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Aflac is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
Well, this place is expected to be packed here tonight. American Family Field, they're going roof open. And a gorgeous night as we get ready for Game 1 between the Brewers and the Diamondbacks. John Sciambi, Doug Glanville, and Jesse Rogers. And there is Torey Lovullo, the manager of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Torey, 58 years old, his second postseason appearance. He came to the postseason his first year as manager. This is his 7th year. Let's take a look at the lineup that he has put together. The Arizona Diamondbacks finished 7th out of 15 teams in the National League in runs per game. They don't slug a ton. They got Carroll up top. Marte's a switch hitter. Pham very disciplined, and Walker certainly bears watching. Evan Longoria getting a start at third base, and that lineup will go up against Corbin Burns. He's got nasty stuff, and especially against the lefties, he's going to throw that cutter in, Dougie.
He has so many pitches, but he saves certain pitches for lefties and certain for righties. It's about command with him. He's walked more than he's used to in the history of his career, but he's also a dominant pitcher that has a Cy Young Award-winning season, and he gets the strikeouts.
One of the other things to contemplate, for the most part of the last couple of years, his catcher has been Victor Caratini. He's caught 44 of Burns' last 65 starts. Their everyday catcher is that young man, William Contreras, Wilson's younger brother. Contreras caught Burns his final 3 starts of the regular season, and Corbin Burns pitched very well. So we got a Corbin Palooza to start it off. Corbin Burns, Corbin Carroll, and we're ready to rock. The big right-hander from Bakersfield, California. He pulls in a strike, and we are underway. Mark Ripperger, our plate umpire. And Burns fires. And the next offering in there, and quickly it's 0-2.
And that's the nature of his fastball. It kind of hovers. You think it's going to be low, and Carroll gives up on it and ends up clipping the knees.
Righty back to work. And he might have broken his bat. And he did break his bat. So we talked about the cutter in on the lefties, and that's something that bears watching.
You watch the cutter action. This is what it does. It starts where you think it's in the middle of the plate, and then it bores in you like a saw. And then all of a sudden you find yourself jammed and defending yourself. And in that case, Carroll broke his bat.
The lane changer, this young man at 23 years old, former first-round pick from the Seattle area. He put together an historic rookie campaign. Burns ready, ahead 0-2. Yeah, the curveball is bounced to the right side, gobbled up by Terang. One up And a 1 down.
Well, you look at Corbin Burns and how he decides to use his repertoire. It's deep. And the cutter is that primary pitch. 55% of the time he throws it. He also has the curveball that he complements and uses, the changeup, the slider, and the sinker. Now, the changeup primarily is going versus lefties. There's pitches he exclusively uses for one side.
And that one drops in there for a strike to the switch hitter batting left, Ketel Marte. This veteran who was settled in as their everyday guy at second base. Really honored his career, more positional versatility. He bounces that one towards first. That's a foul ball. Dan Bellino on the call. Carlos Santana over there to make the play, and it's quickly 0-2.
Well, Santana has to make a decision. Sometimes when you lay back, you know, you kind of play that big hop. You can't charge it, and sometimes charging it is allows to catch it before it gets fouled. But it looks like it was the right call.
Santana, a solid guy with the glove. This Brewers defense, #1 in the majors in outs above average. In fact, in terms of that advanced metric, we have the top 2 teams in the big squaring off. Milwaukee 1, Arizona #2. Here's the pitch. Just low. Burns starting to walk it off, thinking he had call strike 3.
Well, there's a reason Milwaukee Brewers logo is a glove. I think it works very well right now.
So not everybody can see that it's an MB and a glove. That's way high. And now it's 2-2 on Ketel Marte. Marte finished the year strong at OPS over .920 in September. Right-hander ready and fires. And again, a foul ball.
Well, as a hitter against Corbin Burns, you have to accept that nothing is straight. You're not going to see anything that's coming straight. It's all late movement. It cuts in on you. He can roll the curveball on you, change speeds. He works north-south well. He works east-west well. And that's why he's a nightmare to face, and he always reduces hitters down to rubble very often.
The 2-2 is hit softly to the right side. Terang has it. And a couple of ground ball outs. And there are 2 away. An adjustment that Corbin Burns made this year was late in the season. He looked at some data and he saw that he wasn't getting extension, but the other thing was that his arm slot was creeping higher and higher. That was prior to his start against the Yankees. And he promptly went out and fired 8 scoreless no-hit innings in his final 4 starts. A 1.59 ERA. So that adjustment in going back and looking at video from 2021, the Cy Young year, and looking at that data appears to have helped. Tommy Pham fouling one off. This veteran they acquired at the deadline from the New York Mets.
Well, Pham had an incredible June for the Mets and kind of put him on the map for the tradability.
Fans want the strikeout. Pham, a guy who does not chase. As a team, this is an Arizona team that does not swing and miss a ton.
It's such a good combination of a team that's fairly young, but also disciplined enough to not chase a lot.
And the 1-2. Oh, Contreras thought it was going to be called strike 3. K-Zone said it missed the mark.
I mean, you could see Burns. He's just on the edges. He's constantly in competitive pitches every single time.
And that one fouled back as Pham stays alive.
And when you face someone with every single pitch has a purpose, and if it's, you know, he misses, he finds another way to get you and move from that edge of the corner to another edge.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And again, that one bounced foul.
And that curveball he throws during the season, he threw it 17% of the time, as we talked about, but opponents only hit 132 with a 209 slugging percentage. So they did minimal to 0 damage off of it.
Already 7 fouls from the Arizona hitters. Check swing. Did he go? No swing, says first base umpire Dan Bellino. And now it's filled up 3-2.
Well, Pham just has his way. You know, he's just a quiet hitter. Bat stays flat, just kind of whips at it. And the right call was made. No swing.
Pitch 8 coming to Tommy Pham. The 3-2. On the ground, Terang loves it. And he makes all 3 plays. And Burns gets him 1, 2, 3. Brandon Pfaadt will take the mound. The Brewers will come up to hit. No score in Milwaukee.
Okay, again, this is a status bar. This is a search bar. Let's know the difference, okay? Social media. It can be overwhelming for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Now, what does it mean to slide into someone's DMs? Because it sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, we're not ready for that. As a team, we'll get there. It might be a fruit emoji, but that doesn't mean they're talking about fruit.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, do you really think we need 47 photos of fun dinner at Pam's?
Yes.
No.
This is Amanda, who loves a lower price. And this is Fernando, who just had to click twice. CVS helps with your health and your wallet, with 85% of scripts under $10. CVS Pharmacy. Healthier happens together.
With Fidelity Income Planning, we'll help you create a clear, personalized plan for cash flow, even when you're not working. A plan that includes all your accounts so you can enjoy whatever comes next. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
You wanted more speed? We've got you covered. More action? More runs? Oh, yeah. More leather? Coming right up. Pound for pound. This is the best baseball you've ever seen. In the postseason, it's even better.
Welcome back, and here in Milwaukee, the baby-faced manager, he's 53. 8th full year, 9th season overall. He took over in May of 2015. Craig Counsell. And let's check out the lineup that he's put together for the Brewers. They finished 8th in the National League in runs per game. They don't hit a ton of homers. Their offense was bad early, finished strong. Yelich up top, then Contreras and Santana, plus Canna. Santana and Canna acquired at the deadline. Sal Frelick, their rookie center fielder, and this group will go up against Brandon Pfaadt, the right-hander. Part of this rotation did kind of the up-down between the minors, but he finished well.
I mean, what a journey for him. He gets sent out in spring training, doesn't make the team, and then here he is starting game 1. So, you know, you never know that trajectory, but he's made some improvements.
First offer, Yelich is in for a strike. Christian Yelich put together a very solid year, 278. 34 doubles, 19 homers. See that OPS plus 24% above the big league average. And Yelich found some of his slug again. Not quite to the level that we saw when he won the MVP in 18 and finished runner-up in 19, but still really good. With a count 2-1. One of the things to look at as far as Brandon Pfaadt is concerned, Dougie, he's in the zone. He throws a lot of strikes. 2-1 now. And he misses. And now it's 3 balls and a strike.
Well, he's a pitcher. You're seeing the four-seamer, and that is his primary. But he also throws a sweeper very often. That's his sort of out pitch. That's his plus pitch.
That one on the inside corner called a strike by Mark Ripperger. K-Zone said it missed, and now it's 3-2.
Well, very important that you have a young pitcher on the mound for the Diamondbacks to get him confident in this first at bat.
Yelich slices one foul down the left side, scooping that one out of the mitt of Moreno. It'll stay 3-2. Christian Yelich at 31 years old. Brewers initially got him from Miami in January of 18. Basically within the same 24 hours they signed Lorenzo Cain, and those 2 moves helped change the recent fortunes of Brewers postseason baseball. Pitch inside, and Yelich will take his base. So a walk from a guy who walked just 6.2% of batters he faced this year. The leadoff man is aboard.
Well, you look at his zone, he's in the zone. And as you mentioned, 55% over a minimum of 90 innings. This is talking top 10 category.
So does that make you think there's some nerves here?
And there should be. There should be. And Torey Lovullo, his manager, said, let's see that first at bat.
Contreras appear to be taking all the way, and it's ball one. Brandon Pfaadt, 24 years old, from Louisville, Kentucky. Pitched his college ball at Bellarmine. And a big swing and a miss from Contreras. Talked with Pfaadt yesterday, and he joked his name is spelled P-F-A-A-D-T. And then he went to Bellarmine. He said a lot of times he was fat from Bellarmine.
Right. It's almost like the vowels and the consonants are in the wrong order.
Next offering in for a strike, and now it's 1-2. You know, John Scamby here. I can relate.
Well, he was like at Granville or so.
Yeah,
it's all good. He's making a name for himself, and
literally
everybody will know Pfaadt.
Yelich at first, and Pfaadt. That one slapped softly the other way, and it'll fall for a hit. Yelich not stopping on his way to third, and the throw is too late. They're at the corners. A little flare single to right field, and the Brewers are in business.
Well, just trying to get established, and his big pitch is a sweeper, so he finally gets a chance to throw it, but he gets a little too much of the plate. But very good hitting by Contreras just to get a piece of it, and off the end he deadens it, and it just drops in with that spin. And good base running by Yelich, because off the bat you might think, okay, it might drift out to the right fielder. He knew where he was playing, and he was able to take that extra base.
Did you see Contreras in September? He finished the year with an 18 straight game hit streak. Yeah, the first offering to Santana is in for a strike. One of the things early on for Pfaadt, the home run ball was a problem. So you just saw the sinker. He's been throwing that a little bit more. Take a peek at the numbers from the veteran Santana. First and third, nobody out. And hit on the ground and through the right side, base hit. Yelich in. Contreras stops at second. It's an RBI single for Santana. 1-0 Milwaukee. They had Marte pulled way over in the hole, and Santana was able to push it to his right. Marte's, that is, just enough.
When Santana's brought in as a veteran presence, and look, it just gets enough of it. But now, you know, this has been a season where the shifting has been reduced in terms of the dramatic nature of it and how far you can do it. Two infielders on that side. So if you're trying to cover that hole, you're giving up the middle. And base running for the Brewers is part of their asset. So if they get these first and seconds, first and thirds, they know how to take the extra base.
Yeah, so one of the things we saw with the shift was the change in terms of left-handed batters on pulled ground balls. Last year, lefties hit 142 on pulled ground balls with the shift in effect. This year, that average rose to 169. Now, that's not a great number, but the increase of 27 points is pretty significant. And right there, Santana, beneficiary. Canna shortened to bunt, takes the strike. So the Brewers jump in front, 1-0. It has not exactly been a laser show against Brandon Pfaadt. Contreras at second, Santana the runner at first. The 0-1.
Well, Pfaadt's just trying to establish that fastball, but if he can't get into that count he wants to, he's not able to use that wipeout sweeper that really is his strongest pitch.
2 on, nobody out. And that one fouled away. Brandon Pfaadt found out he was the Game 1 starter during their celebration this past Saturday when they found out They had made the playoffs, celebrating in the clubhouse, champagne being sprayed. And Mike Hazen, the general manager, let the cat slip out of the bag. Look at, you got sent down. We told you it'd be an important piece, and now you're starting game one. As Canna is gone on strikes, and Fott gets a big out. The first, and with one away, it'll bring up Sal Frelick.
This is a good pitch by Fott because he can live like this. 3/4 delivery. When you go up and in, you got that late run, and that sidearm delivery can really get on a right-handed batter and ties up Canna. So that pitch is the one that sets up the sweeper to be able to go to that outer third. So if he can get that combination going, he can settle in right here.
1-0 Milwaukee, and Frelick comes up empty. 0-1. Sal Frelick, the rookie outfielder, starting in center field. Frelick was their first-round pick from Boston College in 2021. Played there for Mike Gambino. And Frelick fouls one back. He debuted this year, July 22nd. Scrappy guy. Grew up in Massachusetts. His favorite player growing up, Dustin Pedroia. Popped foul, and Frelick jokingly said his freshman year of high school, he was about 5'2", 120 pounds. So size-wise, he and Petey have, I'd say, a little something in common.
Yeah.
But Sal's strong and he can play.
Yeah, and I mean, he's fearless on defense. I mean, he'll jump on the wall, into the wall, whatever it takes.
Here's 0-2. And a swing and a miss, and Fott with back-to-back strikeouts. And now they're 2 away.
Well, I like how he's using elevation. This is where he can add this to the repertoire, going up in the zone with velocity and late movement and work in the corners. That's a great combination. And now you can open up the other options, other parts of the plate.
Well, Brent Strom going out to the mound. Interesting spot for it. It appeared the rookie had recovered from a bumpy start. And with 2 outs after 2 straight strikeouts, the veteran pitching coach goes out to the hill. They're about to go up against Willie Adames. Brewers lead 1-0. An RBI single, and as Adames climbs in, if you see those spikes, I asked Willie pregame, okay, so who's your favorite player? And he said Derek Jeter by far. And if you see the spikes, they got Jeter's number 2 on him, kind of an ode to the captain. Yeah, there they are. And a swing and a miss.
Well, I think one thing they might have been able to say to Fott in that meeting was just to say, look, this guy's going to attack the first pitch as he's done all year. Fastballs play very well as long as you get the elevation against him.
Contreras at second, Santana at first. And a swing and a miss, overpowered him right there. 0-2. So Brandon Fott, after a walk and a pair of singles, appears to have settled in. Brewers lead 1-0. We're in the bottom of the first, game 1. John Sciambi, Doug Glanville, and Jesse Rogers here, American Family Field.
Yeah, on the season, the 4-seamer Adames has only hit 195, so it's something where he can just elevate even further to get him here.
Upstairs, that one out of the zone, and Adames laying off.
That's a good pitch. That's a good pitch because it serves 2 purposes. You might get the chase. Okay, you didn't get it, but now you open up the chance that you could throw that sweeper and get that chase.
See what he goes with here. He got him to swing and miss at the sweeper, and Adames is gone. 3 straight strikeouts for Fott, and a really nice job of damage control. Carlos Santana gets the scoring start at RBI single. 1-0 Milwaukee.
Show the world what it means to be a fan at Fanatics.com. The world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want on the only live TV streaming service rated #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Try free at FuboTV.com.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Look at that new titanium iPhone 15 Pro. Why don't I have one? You need to go to T-Mobile, where new and existing customers can get iPhone 15 Pro on them. I do need to switch to T-Mobile. You're very wise, Reflection Common. And you're very handsome, Real Common. You don't need hair. Yeah, hair is for suckers.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us now and the freedom to upgrade every year.
You fought for 162 games. He's in there. Now your shot at glory is hanging by a thread.
He caught it!
The moment is here. The MLB Wild Card Series continues tomorrow on the networks of ESPN.
Brewers lead at 1-0 back here at American Family Field. John Sciambi and Doug Glanville. Corbin Burns back to work as we go to the second. And let's send it downstairs and check in with Jesse Rogers.
Yeah, Boog, let's talk more about Burns' running mate. Brandon Woodruff out for this series. It was a heartbreaking press conference he held yesterday, holding back tears, talking about his second shoulder injury of the season. He'll go for a second opinion this weekend, but it doesn't sound good. This is a guy that was going well in September. 1 run over 22 innings pitched, and really was heading towards the playoffs in a good spot. And then this happened. Bad start in Miami. I watched a live BP on Friday here. He looked good, but then 2 days later he plays catch and he feels it in a bad way, and so he is out. Looks like Wade Miley, the veteran, is going to enter the picture for the Brewers as they cover Woodruff's spot.
So they'll wait and see what they're going to do for Game 2. As of now, it's still for Craig Counsell, Peralta in Game 3, and tomorrow is up in the air. As that one misses to Christian Walker, and Burns has fallen behind 3-0. The injury for Woodruff, a right shoulder capsular injury. So he's out for this series and possibly the entire playoffs. Burns fires one through there, and now it's 3-1 on Walker. Walker with big power, 33 homers. And that one lined to the base hit out into left center field. Walker hits it hard. Yelich picks it up and fires it in. And here in the second, the Diamondbacks get the leadoff man aboard.
Well, Burns had to come in the zone with some elevation, and even with elevation, he's got good movement. You can see the cut on the ball here as it going away from Walker, but he had to start it at his hip and let it come over the plate just to get that strike. And talk about strike, he struck that ball well off of Walker's bat, and he gets the D-backs to get it started.
Yeah, that was laced 106.5 miles an hour. First offering is in for a strike to Gabriel Moreno. Gabby, as his teammates call him, came over with Gurriel in the Dalton Varsho trade from Toronto in December of last year. Elite defense he brings to the table. And that's in there. Now it's 0-2.
Well, Moreno will be the X factor when you talk about running game, because the Brewers have not shut down the running game that well, whereas the Diamondbacks are phenomenal at success rate, close to 87% success. The Brewers run well, but Moreno has broken them down well.
In the dirt and dug out by Contreras.
And so when you have a guy like Moreno who can throw, he was a converted infielder. And I asked him about, he said, well, I learned to get quick in my release from turning double plays at second base. And that's how he throws to second. So tremendous asset.
Burns ready, a 1-2. That's too high. Now, Walker has stolen 11 bags this year, has not been caught. He's over there at first. The Diamondbacks had the second most steals in baseball this year, and the second highest success rate, 86.5%. The big league average was a shade over 80. That's the highest ever. 2-2. Popped up, foul ground. Santana near the camera well. Reaching. And Santana makes the play. So a pop-out foul off the bat of Moreno, and here is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Brewers lead 1-0. We're in the top of the second. It's game 1 of this National League Wild Card Series. And that pitch clips the outside corner for a strike, although that may have been generous from Mark Ripperger. 0-1. Gurriel put together a fine season this year. He was an all-star. Native of Cuba, his brother Yuli with the Marlins. That one fouled off his foot. And Dougie, I remember growing up and hearing about his dad. His dad, Lourdes Gurriel, was one of the all-time great hitters over in Cuba.
And you know, his brother, batting title. I mean, a family that can flat out hit. And Gurriel last year only had 5 home runs, but this year he got his power game back. He's hitting doubles. He's played good defense. And you talk about the trade that brought him over with Moreno. I mean, that's you know, lost Dalton Varsho, a tremendous prospect and a talent with Toronto, but they've gotten some great return here.
2 starters. The 0-2 is tapped foul. That went back towards the on-deck circle.
But one thing, Gurriel this season has not fared that well against the cutter, so this in some way is not a great matchup for him. But he hits off speed really well, and if Burns tries to change it up a little bit, that's where Gurriel can get his hits.
Runner goes, the pitch, swing and a miss, and no throw down to second as Walker stole that easily.
Well, we talked to Walker yesterday, and he was saying, look, I'm not known for a base stealer at all, but this is what they've learned. You know, with the new rules, they're getting a lot more momentum going forward because they know when to go. They have the patterns, and Dave McKay, one of their coaches, is excellent at finding tips and knowing when the guy's going to go home. So you don't have to be fast, you just have to pay attention.
Yeah, Dave McKay, their first base coach, handles base running, and also a guy that knows a thing or two about outfield defense. Walker at second, 1-0 Milwaukee. And the curve is in for a strike to Alec Thomas.
I mean, every time Dave McKay sees a base stealer do that, I mean, he must be like joyous. He's like, he stole off of invisibility.
Right. Swing and a miss. That pitch moving away from Thomas. Corbin Burns allowing the leadoff single, and now trying to shut down Thomas and retire the Diamondbacks. Fans starting to make some noise, waving the towels. And a swing and a miss, and Burns able to get Thomas. A couple of strikeouts for the big right-hander midway in the second, 1-0.
Affordable design, endless possibilities. IKEA.
The interview you prepared for was for a job that was too good to be true.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Create a free Indeed account. Indeed strives to screen job listings so you're more likely to apply to jobs that won't lead to nowhere.
How are you? Your office looks legit.
I know the challenges you face, the workforce uncertainties that keep you up at night. The economy is volatile, recession is inevitable, AI is disrupting. 325,000 CEOs, HR leaders, and politicos turn to SHRM. 95% of all Fortune 500 companies turn to SHRM. When work keeps you up at night, turn to SHRM.
missing people who have slipped through the cracks, and we bring them home.
We need to talk about how you figured out this location before us cops.
We all have our secrets.
Found Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
You want to get food or you?
Ugh.
Is yours wet too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you left the sunroof open.
I didn't open it.
You're Mr. Sunroof.
I'm Mr. Sunroof?
Yeah, you're always like, let's open the sunroof.
I didn't leave it open. Doing the replay?
This What Really Happened replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, protecting your home and auto with Progressive.
Let me get that for you.
Back in Milwaukee, and Bernie Brewer is delighted because the Brewers have a 1-0 lead. Craig Counsell, that's 1983. His dad, John, was the Brewers community relations director with Rowley Fingers on the left, Deion James on the right. He got a chance to spend a lot of time around County Stadium, the site of which is right across the parking lot, basically. And when you look at Craig Counsell and his connection to this city, he grew up in nearby Whitefish Bay. His high school field is named after him. He had a big swing and a miss from Donaldson. Counsell has settled in as their manager, I'll say, 8th full year. And they're in the playoffs for the 5th time in the last 6 years. Here's a 1-1 to Donaldson. I thought Craig Counsell was pretty straightforward about Josh Donaldson. They picked him up on the 31st of August, sent him to AAA, and then brought him up September 11th. He said, we hope he hits a homer, maybe gets a couple of walks.
That's what he does.
The 2-1. It's that on the ground. And then more specifically, he said he hits mistakes, and he hits mistakes in the air. So a 152 batting average on the year. Josh Donaldson this season has 25 total hits. 13 of them have gone over the fence. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So a rare non-homer for Josh Donaldson as he leads off with a single. And folks, a reminder, customize your feed, get personalized stats and highlights, and enjoy free live streams with MLB app. Your home for postseason baseball. Download the MLB app and do it today.
Well, Donaldson with 13 home runs out of 25 hits. He also had 5 doubles, so he had no rooms for singles.
Just no space.
That's an insult to him.
Turang shortens to bunt, and that'll bring Longoria charging in from third. Evan Longoria, the veteran, the 37-year-old. Turang can really run. Both these teams have a lot of speed. Yeah, that one bunted foul.
And sometimes you get caught in between. You're trying to bunt. You're like, well, let me maybe make it possible to get a hit out of this or get on base. And then you start moving before you need to. So he swatted at that instead of just waiting for it and committing to the sacrifice. That's the tough part, but it's hard to do both.
Ball to strike on Turang, their first-round pick in 2018. Fought delivers. Yeah, that's outside. Turang, a very good defender. His dad Brian played the majors with Seattle in the early 90s. Just getting going, bottom of the second. The Brewers have a 1-0 lead on a Carlos Santana RBI single. That was in the first. The 2-1. Bunted back to the mound. Fought will go to first. Marte gets over. And the sacrifice executed.
Well, you know, when you're runner on first, you have a little bit more room and margin for error to get it down. He made Fought field the ball, and he only had one play. Donaldson can still run a little bit, so he gets it down and gives himself up for the runner in scoring position.
And now it's Tyrone Taylor, the right fielder. John Shambi, Doug Glanville, Jesse Rogers. as Taylor swings and misses. Brandon Pfaadt, the 24-year-old on the mound. He was asked in the press conference yesterday, have you ever been to a postseason game? He said, no, I'd only been to 2 big league games before I pitched in the majors. Check swing at a foul.
They said his closest major league team was the Cincinnati Reds, and you just didn't see a lot of playoff action, a lot of major league games. So just going to have to experience it and figure it out.
He grew up a Phillies fan, huge Ryan Howard fan. Saw Phillies Reds game, and then when he pitched in the Cape, that's drilled left field. That's way back on his way and gone. Tyrone Taylor. It's a 2-run homer, and the Brewers have a 3-0 lead.
Well, Taylor just stayed back on this pitch. And, you know, he's in that lineup because he has that power. It's something that's kind of developed later in his career and his experience where he's now able to hone it in and get it through the zone with some pop. And Pfaadt just didn't make the pitch he wanted to make. He gets the fastball, but it's elevated. It's to the glove, but Taylor was waiting for it. And that's all it takes. Just flick the hands and let the power do the rest.
Yelich bounces one foul that Quint Berry, the first base coach, knocked down. So Donaldson a single, Taylor a homer. The Brewers were 12th out of 15 teams in homers hit in the National League this year. So that's not a huge part of their offense. That one line and into right field, and that's a base hit.
Well, in this case, he's going to that strong secondary pitch he has, but the location wasn't there. Yelich just drops the head down on the ball and just fights it off through the zone. I mean, this is Yelich, who's really had a nice bounce-back season this year, hitting the ball hard more consistently, using all fields. And in this case, picking the right pitch in the right spot to put the barrel on it.
3-0 Milwaukee. Contreras at the plate, 1 out man at first. So Yelich has reached twice. And a swing and a miss. All right, Dougie, something you and I talk about off the air. Kids, when your friends tell you homers don't work in the postseason, don't listen to them because that is not true. The Brewers getting a 2-run homer here tonight. How important are home runs in recent postseason play?
Very.
Yeah, it's very clear. If you out-homer the opposition, you have a huge advantage, even more so than in the regular season. He had a strike on the outside corner.
But when you talk to Craig Counsell, a lot of the managers, and they talk about young players playing in this environment, they talk about just dealing with the momentum shifts in the crowd and the energy and these sort of managing emotions around that. And that happens so differently with a home run.
On the ground is short. Marte to second for one. Return to first. Not in time.
So you think about the home run, and that is instantaneously at home, especially. That's going to change the chemistry of the air immediately, and you're going to have to deal with that swing and that crooked number that the Brewers just put up.
So the last 5 postseasons, an .848 winning percentage when you out-homer the opposition. The great Sarah Lang's delivering that for us. And the Brewers with the homer here in this one. Popped up, and that one foul. And it gets out of play. Brewers lead 3-0.
Well, for neither of these teams, the home run has the home run been a big part of their offense.
Yeah,
it just hasn't. And the Diamondbacks run. They go first to third. They put the ball in play. They don't strike out a lot. The Brewers will strike out. They just walk a little bit more. And they scrap and mostly just dominate you on the pitching and defensive side of the ball.
Fought ahead, 0-1. Yeah, so Brandon Pfaadt, I'm sure, is wishing he could have that one back. A home run to the number 9 hitter and an 0-2 pitch.
And, you know, he actually hit the glove. That's also frustrating. It was called. He threw it to the glove. It just caught too much of the plate to get to that glove, and that was it.
Right-hander 1-1. Now 2 balls and a strike. The veteran Carlos Santana has come over and made an impact. 11 homers, 52 games with the Brewers. He hit 12 in 94 games with the Pirates. Brewers lead 3-0.
And Santana's so known for his incredible discipline throughout his entire career. And I asked him yesterday, like, well, where do you get that from? He's like, divine. He said he can't even explain it. He's always had it.
Go to first, and stepping back in is Contreras. Yeah, he's always had great patience, a little more aggressive this season. A switch hitter who came up as a catcher. Fly ball left field. Gurriel has it, and that is out number 3, but the damage done. A 1-out 2-run homer by Tyrone Taylor, and the Brewers add to their lead. It's 3-0 Milwaukee.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want, like a lightweight road bike, clip-in shoes, and a moisture-wicking jersey.
What? Is it too much?
And 2% cash back on what you need.
What?
I think you missed a spot.
Is it bad?
It's not good.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. That's real life ready.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
To all the comforters, we're here for you with a source of comfort for everyone. Experience the redesigned Serta Perfect Sleeper.
Sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. Sometimes we try to fit it all in. Sometimes we don't know what's in store. Sometimes we find what we're looking for. Sometimes we're rolling easy and free. Sometimes 1 and 1 makes 3. So much to love along this ride. That's why Nationwide is on your side. 'Tis ties. It's spooky season.
This is how we're represented. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I got 'em screaming.
Here comes the party!
31 Nights of Halloween. Watch all October on Freeform.
Back here in Milwaukee, time to get our nerd on. The Diamondbacks' odds to make the postseason. They got off to a really good start. In fact, they went 52-39. Look at August 11th. Their low point of playoff odds. Their percentage was 13.4 to get in. That was at the end of losing 9 in a row, but they were able to get through it. And Torey Lovullo's team, the 9th team in history to make the playoffs and have a 9-game losing streak during the season. August 1st through the 11th, they lost 9 in a row, and here they are. Longoria at the plate, and he swings and misses.
And, well, the other thing that blows you away about their history that they also did in historic fashion is 2 years ago, they lost 110 games.
Yeah.
I mean, very few teams can say they turned into a playoff team within 2 years of losing 110. Houston Astros, you know, there's a few teams that come to mind, but that is amazing.
That one hit foul. I asked Mike Hazen about it. I mean, he's known Torey Lovullo a long time. I said, what made you stick with him? I mean, Torrey is very well respected. He said, I gave him a bad roster. We had injuries, and it was my fault. And no one would have been able to dig us out of that season. It just wasn't properly constructed, and Mike Hazen took all of the responsibility.
Well, what they did learn from that, however, was some of the young players that they believed they could build on.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, they got experience. They threw out these young guys, and now look at the fruits of it is right here in front of us.
1-2 is in there. Longoria didn't like it. Burns gets the strikeout. That's his third, 3 in a row.
This is what Burns can do to you. I mean, you know, you think it's coming at you, the big curveball, frozen, and then it just drops down in the zone. And that's coming off of cutters that are going 97 miles an hour down and away. And then he could throw off speed in off the plate and clip the corner.
Yeah, now it's Geraldo Perdomo, who shortens to bunt and takes a strike.
And you see the change up there. That is a pitch he reserves exclusively for left-handed batters. And it's a very effective pitch. Only .204 batting average on the season. Very little slug. And so to be masterful when you have different repertoires for lefty and righties, that's a whole nother level of skill. It's almost like a switch hitter having to hit both lefties and righties and work both swings.
Perdomo, very good defender. The 1-1. And that one misses. Their opening day shortstop was Nick Ahmed, the 2-time Gold Glove Award winner. Eventually, they called up their top prospect in September, Jordan Lawler. He's on the postseason roster, and they made the move to DFA Nick Ahmed. And it was not easy for a guy who had made such an impact. He had been with the Diamondbacks since 2014, and it was emotional for Mike Hazen and Torey Lovello. A line drive and a base hit into right field by Perdomo, and with 1 out, a man aboard. Time now with Corbin Carroll making his way to the plate to take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. Corbin Carroll, 25 home runs this season, 12 to the pull side. He hit 8 opposite field homers, so don't let the size fool you. He is strong. Carroll grounded out his first time. And ball 1 to the leadoff man.
Even though Burns lives and starts always in this stretch position, it's a whole nother level when you get Diamondback base runners on that all love to run.
Perdomo at first. This swipes 16 to 20. And a swing and a miss.
And right now, Burns has said, well, Carroll has not picked up the cutter very well. He gave up on a couple that looked down and they end up right at the knees. And he's like, all right, well, you got to show me you can hit it.
Throw over to first, and Perdomo back in. You know, you look at Corbin Burns and kind of the arc of his story. In 2019, he threw 49 innings and had an 8.82 ERA. He was one of, if not the worst pitchers in baseball, and needed to make an adjustment. And he did so in a couple of ways. That's drilled right field. Well struck. That one way back. That one's on its way and gone. Corbin Carroll with a 2-run homer, and the Diamondbacks are within 1 as the leadoff man goes deep. That was a blast.
Well, you talk about adjustments and what a sign of maturity within making that adjustment inside of an at-bat. He's like, okay, he's wearing me out on this cutter. I got to find another type of swing to approach it. So Burns says, all right, let me try to throw the changeup. And he's sitting on it and able to take it way out. And that is a hard thing to do against Corbin Burns, where opponents have hit 132 off of that changeup.
This one drilled right field. That's back. That's got a chance. That's gone. Marte goes deep. Back-to-back homers for the Diamondbacks. And just like that, it's 3-3.
I mean, quick strike. And we mentioned earlier, home runs are king, but home runs are not prototypical of these two teams. It's not their style. But Marte, 2019, had 32 home runs on the year. Left-handed, he's an extremely dangerous hitter. And look at the head position, just right on that ball. And he quickly whipped through the zone and knew it. It's all hands. And a souvenir.
So Burns, who had looked sharp through the first 2 innings, with 1 out here in the third, goes single homer. And just like that, the Diamondbacks have tied it at 3 here in the third. Chris Hook, the pitching coach for the Brewers, out to the mound.
But when they go back over this tape one day, after, they're going to go back and say, okay, why'd you throw Burns a changeup there? Why'd you throw Corbin Carroll a changeup? And this guy has a dominant changeup. It's hard to argue, but he hadn't found a way to adjust to the cutter so far. The cutter has been really eating Corbin Carroll alive, but he's also a great hitter that made an adjustment.
Corbin on Corbin crime. Here's Tommy Pham. The first one in for a strike. Pham 0 for 1. Tommy Pham, one of the few Diamondbacks with postseason experience. He and Longoria, the two main guys, as he takes that one out of the strike zone. Pham coming into this one, a .352 average, 56 postseason plate appearances.
Well, you look at, if you go by ERA per inning, it's not a huge sample, but one of the worst innings for Corbin Burns is the third inning. That's where he has a 4.5 ERA. He's kind of getting over the hump, and the Diamondbacks jumped on it.
Pham fouls it away. Yeah, the count 1-2. These are two good teams. The Diamondbacks kind of limped into the playoffs, having lost 4 in a row. What, they scored 3 runs over that stretch, but they certainly showed enough during the regular year how talented they are and how good they can be. In a Milwaukee team that, again, a lot of people doubted. And you had the Pirates get off to a great start. They were in first place as recently as the middle of June. Ultimately, the Reds took over in first, but it ended up going Milwaukee's way. A liner to right. That's hit hard, but Pham retired. And there's 2 away.
Well, they are ratcheting up the hard hit rate here, and this is something that is a problem for Burns. He's going to have to find a way to make a quick adjustment. That's elevated. They're staying on it. You know, Pham's a good hitter. He kind of knows how to stay through and not get too big. And this is why, you know, you have a visit, you talk it through and try to figure out what to do, because they are on him right now.
Yep. Christian Walker now, a single his first time, and he swings and misses. Burns faced the Diamondbacks twice. That one hit hard on the ground but foul. And the first time he faced Arizona out at Chase Field, the Diamondbacks were not aggressive. He fired 8 3-hit scoreless innings and was outstanding. But then the next time that he faced them here in Milwaukee, June 19th, 5 innings, 8 hits, and 7 runs, and they were much more aggressive. He said the approaches were diametrically opposed. That one fouled off of Contreras and back to the backstop.
When we talked to him before yesterday, he said, I don't know, I got to see what they're going to try to do to me this time. You know, so there's a little learning curve within the game. Like, okay, maybe they're taking pitches, but now you're getting into that second time around. And then they had, all of a sudden now they're on the attack, and it's paid off very well for the Diamondbacks.
0-2 now, 2 outs, bases empty. Burns fires. Corbin Burns, big stocky guy, goes 6'3", about 246 pounds, 28 years old, from Bakersfield, California. Pitched his college ball at St. Mary's. 1-2. Walker right on that one. He was a 4th-round pick in 2016 was Corbin Burns. We mentioned that struggle in 2019. He ditched the 4-seamer, leaned on the cutter, and won the Cy Young in 21. That one inside, it almost hit Walker. And now 2-2.
And sometimes that's what it takes. You just find a pitch, you find some pattern that you can turn into something favorable for how you can be successful.
Three balls, 2 strikes to count now. Christian Walker. The Diamondbacks have homered twice in the inning, and they've tied it up at 3. Fans want the strikeout. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Burns able to get Walker. Corbin Burns talking to himself. 28 pitches in the inning. And back-to-back homers for the Diamondbacks for the 3rd time in postseason history. Carroll, then Marte. 3-3 in the 3rd.
I remember every moment of that year.
Does it haunt you that your kidnapper was never found?
You've kept me here for months. Now what?
We find missing people. Gather information. Everyone has a footprint.
Building a profile as we speak.
New case.
You want my personal expertise?
I got it.
We make quite the partnership.
I am in control.
You need me.
Found. Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
If you don't know about Xfinity Mobile, well, now you do. It's the fastest mobile service around. With the best price for 2 lines of unlimited. Only $30 a line per month. That's hundreds in savings a year when you wave bye to the other guys. All on the most reliable 5G network nationwide. You really shouldn't walk out the front door without it. Switch today at XfinityMobile.com.
Don't freak out, but you can get 50% off all menu price Domino's pizzas when you order online right now. Right now?
Right now.
Right now? Right now? Right now. 50% off, honey! Right now! Now through the end of the week, get 50% off all menu price pizzas when you order online at Domino's.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and a knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Football is back. Got your new fantasy team name? Check. Grill? Check. Fancy Grill? Check. Troy and Joe? Check. Bro and Bro? Check. All the emotions? All season long? Check, baby.
Back here in Milwaukee, tied at 3 moments ago. Jesse Rogers caught up with Torey Lovullo.
Torey, the tone of this conversation changed in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Tell me about the second time through against Burns here.
Well, I think we had a good game plan against him. He just came out hot. He came out throwing the ball, hitting his spots. I think our guys just weathered the storm. We know that he's very effective, and we just need to make sure we hit the mistakes that we were looking for.
What'd you like about Brandon in that first inning, striking out the side after getting down?
Yeah, I thought it was him controlling the emotions. We talked about that pregame, him being able to slow things down and make pitches. You know, when you see a young pitcher poised like he was, get out of that, you feel like he's on the right path.
Maybe that 0-2 pitch, bury it a little bit in the second?
Yeah, I think that was a big difference in the game, right? We got a good pitching plan. You definitely don't want to throw an 0-2 pitch in that area of the plate. Taylor did a good job, but we got to be better 0-2 for sure.
Thanks, Torey.
Thank you.
Jesse Rogers and the skipper of the Diamondbacks, Torey Lovullo. Brandon fought. And a check swing, but he went too far, and Kenna down on strikes for the second time.
Well, when Fott gets to that sweeper, that's his wipeout pitch. That's the pitch he has to set up. And it lets everything become more effective. Once they're conscious of that, it opens up that fastball up and in. You can start to work other pitches, but that is his primary, that is his bread and butter. And when you locate it like that, he's going to be successful.
Yeah, the pitch to Sal Frelick is in for a strike. Frelick, a strikeout victim his first time. Here's 0-1. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-2.
In his early career, Frelick has hit the ball very well to the opposite field. He gets a lot of hits the other way. You see the Diamondbacks infield shifting over a little bit. They're playing him to that direction.
Well, Sal Frelick hits one the other way. We're certainly going to know which direction Longoria and Perdomo are going, because the spikes are bright. That's down and in. I mean, it's.
Well, when you go sky watching in the night sky, you can see Venus.
Oh my gosh.
Mars.
Longo's got kind of a teal, yeah, and then Perdomo's rocking like the highlighter yellows. Oh boy. And Moreno not able to pick it up. The dribbler along first, and it ends up being an infield hit. Frelick, who runs very well.
There is nothing you can do about that. It's a perfect bunt effectively. And Moreno, who gets out there quickly, it might have been better that he didn't corral it, because he might have tried to make the heroic throw here and hit Frelick or overthrew it. So that's what happens sometimes. Hard hit. What's the hard hit rate on that one? What was the exit velocity?
We'll get it for you in one moment.
9.5.
9.
All right.
No, we'll get it for you. Frelick at first, and a pitch in the dirt. 75.3 miles an hour on the exit velo from Frelick, the runner at first. 3-3. We're in the bottom of the third. John Sciambi, Doug Glanville, and Jesse Rogers. Adames here waiting a 1-0. And now the count is even. We got Willy Adames from the Rays at the end of May in 2021, and he is settled in as their shortstop. And Adames certainly one of their leaders. Frelick, a guy who can run. He was 7 for 7 swiping bags at the big league level.
Well, Adames also has been a phenomenal defender. I mean, just off the charts.
Yeah, only Dansby Swanson, the Cubs' outstanding shortstop, better in terms of outs above average at that position.
What's impressive about Adames is how well he goes in any direction. You know, he can kind of go in the hole and throw. He can go up the middle. He charges balls well. Just had a complete defensive season.
That's hammered left field towards the pole, and that one is foul. Chris Siegel down the line, the left field umpire, and he was right there on the line.
Yeah, watch the hitter. They know, but he got out in front of that slider sweeper and just hooked it. Hard to keep that fair. But he has to go back to that four-seam elevated fastball. That's what's been able to get Adames most of the year.
And Willie wouldn't chase that time. So now it's 3-2. And we'll see what Falk comes up with. 29th postseason game for Willy Adames. Frelick at first, 1 out. Tied at 3, bottom of the third. Line drive and a base hit out into left field. Frelick racing for third. Hustling, and he dives in, and Adames on his heels into second. Aggressive base running from the Milwaukee Brewers. That one just wasn't hit hard, and Gurriel had to charge. And I know ideally you either like to get the guy at third or stop Adames from getting to second.
Well, you got to stop Adames. And this is a very tough play for a left fielder because you're coming in and you know if you throw the ball to third, you're letting the guy go to second. So you have to make a quick decision, say, I can't get him at third, and keep Adames at first. Once you go for it, you're giving him 2 runners in scoring position.
Donaldson swings and misses. They'll call it a double. The lefty Joe Manaply is up under the watchful eye of Mike Fetters. Manaply appears to be ready. 3-3. We're in the bottom of the third. A ball and a strike on Donaldson, who laced a single to center his first time up. It is game 1 of this wild card series. Best of 3. And one of the newer Brewers at the plate. Swing and a miss. That one tied him up. Moving in on his hands.
Well, the sinker is a pitch he hasn't had a lot of success this season. He started 10% of the time, but this is the pitch for this sequence. You got a right-handed batter. You're hoping he'll roll over and hit it to third or strike out. And it's not a pitch that's been that effective for him, but he's using it well right here.
Yeah, it's something he added upon his return from the minors. The sinker for Brandon Pfaadt. Second and third, 1 out. Outside with the sweeper. Pfaadt has given up 7 hits, all of them with the hitter behind in the count and or with 2 strikes.
Well, that's been his problem this year. Opponents have hit 370 off him, so he's not able to put people away in the way he needs to.
That one inside. Donaldson able to lay off, and now it's 3-2. And here comes the crowd at American Family Field. Pfaadt cupping his glove over the pitch-com device so he can hear it. The 3-2. And that one lifted in the air, shallow center field. Thomas charging in. He's got it. Frelick will bluff a tag as the throw comes in. And there are 2 outs.
A nice sequence by Pfaadt. The sinkers down and in, gets any batter conscious of it, trying to get the head out to beat it before it gets down and in on you. And then he ends up changing it up in a way that he gets Donaldson out in front. So it's a really nice sequence. He brings that sweeper in. It's not in a great spot, but it served as a changeup and got Donaldson off beat, popped it up, got too big, and gets the out.
End of the line for the kid from Louisville as Joe Manaply, the lefty, will come into the game. We've got a pitching change. It's 3-3 here, bottom of the third.
Let me be direct. You're watching football wrong. What do you call a guy in face paint that can't get the game? A clown.
Sorry, what app was it again? No, just give me a second.
Amateurs.
Oh! Sorry, everybody.
DirecTV Sports Central gives you access to every game. So you never have to compromise on game day.
Was that necessary?
I was just illustrating a point.
Visit DirecTV.com for up to a $400 reward card.
Okay.
You think life is short? Football is short. The regular season is just 18 weeks. Just 3 days a week. Sometimes just 1 game a day. So cherish every over and under before it's over on FanDuel. With live betting on every NFL game. Because before you know it, a cold night at the Buffalo Bills game will just be a cold night in Buffalo.
Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
You look into a camera and you say, I hate yada yada. And I love that this company doesn't have any of that. Do you two know what yada yada is?
Of course.
Do you have an activation fee?
Only when you activate.
How many people do I need to get the best price? Only 4. You shouldn't yada yada that. Because details matter. Yada yada, I'm already in an ad. For Visible. Visible has no activation fees, no need for a family plan. Just one line wireless on Verizon's network for $25 a month every month.
AI has the power to automate. But if it's using untrusted data, can you trust the results? Your business doesn't just need AI, it needs the right AI for your business. Introducing Watson X, a platform designed to multiply output by tailoring AI to your needs. When you Watson X your business, you can train, tune, and deploy AI, all with your trusted data. Let's create the right AI for your business with Watson X. IBM, let's create.
Well, fans, this postseason get the best 5G coverage in the game with T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. Back at American Family Field, 80 degrees for most of the day here in Milwaukee. The roof is open, and the veteran Joe Mantiply will take over. 32 years old, Virginia native, not a big strikeout guy. For the Diamondbacks, their bullpen this year was not really a strength, although it finished strong. As Turang bounces it foul. Their bullpen ERA collectively was 4.22. But from August 27th on, only the Dodgers and Brewers had a better bullpen ERA. As Fought done after 2 2/3, 67 pitches. And a swing and a miss.
Well, there's a lot to build on for Fought. I mean, there was a lot of flashes of some good signs. The sweeper, he got out of it. He got the strikeouts in a row. You know, they're in this game. That's you're doing your job.
No doubt.
They're in the game.
Mantiply the 0-2. And Turang wouldn't chase.
And Mantiply is my favorite baseball name, by the way. I just want to share that. It sounds like an Avenger or maybe someone of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Sure.
I mean, you have Groot and you have Mantiply. Mantiply.
Okay.
So, you know.
We're going to find him and discuss that with him tomorrow.
Yeah, I want a superpower and all that. The slider is his superpower.
The 1-2. Fouled off at the plate. Mantiply at the big league level has pitched for the Tigers, the Yankees, and the Diamondbacks. Last year, he was actually an all-star.
And he's here to neutralize left-handed batters. He's done that very well. 185 batting average, 231 slug. He's tough on lefties.
Downstairs outside, and now it's 2-2 on Bryce Turang, who put down a sac bunt his first time. The Brewers jumped out to a 3-0 lead and had it till the top of the third. Corbin Carroll, a 2-run homer, and then Marte, a solo blast back-to-back, and we're tied at 3. Outside, and that was a ball out of hand. 3-2 now on Turang. Tyrone Taylor would be next. Mantiply fires, and that's too high, and it's ball 4.
Well, that wasn't the plan for the D-backs, and you know, Turang has struggled this season offensively, but particularly against left-handed pitchers. But Mantiply could not throw strikes. He just could not get it in the zone. And he has a sinker, curveball, changeup, kind of the trifecta, and none of them he had command of in that sequence.
Yeah, I don't think the walk to Turang was something Torey Lovullo was looking for in that spot. Brent Strom had started out of the dugout. He got right to the edge of the grass, and nobody saw him, at least initially. Mantiply was about to pitch, and then the third base umpire, Mike Estabrook, came in, waved his arms, and now the mound visit.
I mean, it's so loud in here. I don't think they were just trying to get their communication clear. You know, if you're dealing with pitch comm and
so Strom, hang on. Do I have time?
Don't touch the grass.
Moonwalk back.
Get off of my lawn.
So Mantiply, after getting ahead of Turang 0-2, ends up walking him. Bases loaded, 2 down. Taylor is already homered. The lefty's pitch. Swing and a miss.
Well, he's got that good changeup, and he'll sink it. Everything moves downward sharply.
Yeah, the sinker, the curve, and the changeup. His 3 main offerings. Taylor takes outside.
Taylor's been pretty consistent against righties and lefties. He's in the same ballpark when you talk about batting average and slugging percentage. So he's kind of an even splits guy.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. And the changeup had Taylor out in front. Frelick's at third, Adames at second, Turang the runner at first. 2 outs, bases loaded, bottom of the third, tied at 3. Here it comes. On the ground, and Perdomo to second. And they get the out there. The Brewers do not score, they leave them loaded. 3-3 our score.
Choosing the right home protection plan can be confusing and overwhelming. Some providers cover appliances but won't protect your electronic devices like smartphones and laptops. Other plans protect your devices but won't cover your most expensive home systems like plumbing and AC. But at Everything Breaks, we make it simple. We protect almost everything. Our total home plan covers your major home systems like plumbing, electrical, and AC. 17 appliances including your laundry and kitchen appliances. Plus, all of your personal electronics, including your smartphone, laptop, television, and more. Call now before something breaks to save hundreds or even thousands on home repairs, like Tanya, who saved nearly $600 when her hot water heater needed to be replaced, or Alfred, who saved over $1,400 when his central heating needed repair. All it takes is one call to have total home protection and total peace of mind.
Call now for a free no-obligation quote. 1-800-795-8785. 1-800-795-8785.
Who is that?
I was sent down from Washington to see about these murders.
See what about him?
See who's doing it.
Killers of the Flower Moon, rated R.
You can't buy great conversations or moments that matter, but you can invest in them. At T. Rowe Price, our strategic investing approach can help you build the future you imagine. T. Rowe Price, invest with confidence.
Want the latest on the postseason? Just tell Siri, show me postseason baseball scores.
Back here in Milwaukee, beautiful night. The roof is open at American Family Field. John Shelby, Doug Glanville, Jesse Rogers as we move to the 4th. And Corbin Burns delivers outside the strike zone, ball 1 to Gabriel Moreno. Moreno popped out foul to first his first time. The pitch and a swing and a miss. This kid looks to be one of the dynamic young defensive catchers in the game. A couple entered MLB this year. Patrick Bailey of the Giants, another. As Burns misses downstairs, but Moreno, you alluded to it, he can really throw, and he's put up a very good offensive year.
You know, and he talks about how he looked to Miguel Cabrera for using the entire field, going the opposite field.
Swing and a miss.
So he's very calm at the plate, and he has those quick hands, will get on top of the ball and get his base hits to the opposite field. You know, he controls the bat. He takes his time out here. And he's got a lot of big hits this season for the Diamondbacks.
Right-hand hitter climbs back in. Burns ready. Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck out towards left center field. That one on its way and gone over the bullpen. Moreno, a solo homer, and the Diamondbacks have the lead. It's 4-3.
I mean, you talk about switching gears here. The D-backs are just on the assault here on any pitch that's not competitive. He's hanging these pitches right now, and Corbin Burns is. And Moreno just stays back. Look at this. The ball just didn't do anything. He got it up in the zone. It flattened out. And his head position is impeccable. And gets under that ball with some serious launch angle.
That was crushed. 4-3, Arizona with the lead. So they've come all the way back from a 3-0 deficit. And they're on top. Here's Gurriel. That's on the ground. Adames charges and throws out Gurriel, one away. Let's send it downstairs, and Jesse Rogers.
Corbin, take us through this second time through against Burns. Looks like you guys are getting a little more hard contact.
Yeah, good pitcher, but I think we're swinging at good pitches and giving them some tough at-bats, trying to get that pitch count up. So,
I'm curious about your home run ball. You'd only seen cutters and curveballs. Here comes a change. Were you expecting it?
No, it was more of a reaction. He'll throw all three, and just left that one a little bit over the middle. Was able to put a good swing on it.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Corbin Carroll, what a season he put together, and it started well for him in the postseason. A 2-run homer. Yeah, the Diamondbacks, a team that finished tied for 10th in homers hit in the National League. They've hit 3 homers tonight against the Brewers ace Corbin Burns and lead at 4-3. Only 23 years old, Corbin Carroll. And Dougie, when you look at wins above replacement on Fangraphs, F wore the list. Corbin Carroll had the 8th best season in the majors this year. This ball misses outside. Contreras holding it there to frame it for Mark Ripperger, who wasn't buying. So now it's 2-2 on Alec Thomas, who's 0 for 1.
Well, when you have Carroll get 30 doubles, 30+ doubles, 10 triples, 25 home runs, and 50+ stolen bases.
That one in there, got him looking. And Thomas is gone 2 away. Folks, Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow at Playball on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Pitch is a strike to Evan Longoria. Longoria struck out looking his first time. Guy who came up as a pup with the Diamondbacks, 3 times an All-Star, Gold Glove winner, moved on to the Giants, and now in his first season with the Diamondbacks. As he fouls one away. His stat line interesting this year. He's all of a sudden turned into kind of an all-or-nothing guy. A career-high strikeout rate of almost 31%, but the hard hit rate is really high. So he's looking to be a guy that can do damage for them.
Yeah, I mean, he's still, when he pulls the ball, he does damage. He still has that. He had a great June, so there's a lot he's offering still.
Tapped off the end of the bat and foul.
And this is a guy that used to be, kind of an Iron Man. Played 162 games one season, 160 pretty consistently in the heart of his career. And the Diamondbacks are raving about what he's bringing in terms of helping the younger players, Tommy Pham as well.
Yep. The 1-2 drilled right field. That's hard hit. Back is Taylor, and he makes the catch. Burns gives up another home run. This time it's Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, as he tattoos one out to left center, and the Diamondbacks have the lead 4-3.
I'm all about fall, especially this new pumpkin spice frosty.
Yeah, after it.
So I'm taking some me time out here.
Question for you. So, fries are a utensil, right?
Good question.
Okay. It is a good question. Can you give us an answer?
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pumpkin spice frosty or cold brew.
Affordable design. Endless possibilities. IKEA.
Fudge? Here you go. Well, that's us. Keebler Fudge Stripes. Magic is here.
Who do you think taps out first?
I think the duck goes the distance.
All right, you about ready to get out? What's this? A hospital bill? For $1,000? Did this guy just say Gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
But with Aflac, you could get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh?
Aflac!
Okay.
Oh, does one go zero?
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac!
Official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
You want to race?
For real?
We find missing people who have slipped through the cracks, and we bring them home.
We need to talk about how you figured out this location before us cops.
We all have our secrets.
Found Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Well, folks, what a lineup we have for you Saturday and next Monday and Tuesday. The Red River rivalry game between number 12 Oklahoma and number 3 Texas on ABC. Got some Monday Night Football, Packers, Raiders, NHL opening night triple header. Connor Bedard and the Blackhawks taking on the Penguins, and the defending Stanley Cup champs hosting the Kraken. So lots to look at Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. College football, NFL, and NHL. As Yelich takes ball one, man apply. And that is in for a strike. Christian Yelich has walked, and he is single. The Diamondbacks down early 3-0 have rallied to take a 4-3 lead. That one taps softly right side, charging Marte, shovels with the glove, and they get Yelich.
Joe.
One up, one down. The batter will be William Contreras. Torey Lovello out of the dugout. And we're going to have a pitching change. They had Miguel Castro up, and that's who it'll be. The read thin, hard-throwing right-hander, he tried to say. Skipper takes the baseball, and the change on the mound.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis takes you off course, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When I wanted to see results fast, Rinvoq delivered rapid symptom relief and helped leave bathroom urgency behind. Check.
When UC tried to slow me down, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC caused damage, Rinvoq came through by visibly repairing my colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission.
And a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
We come from a long line of cowboys. When I see all of us out here on this ranch, I see how far our legacy can go.
If Raina's thinking about retirement, she'll get some help from Fidelity to envision what's possible and balance risk and reward. And with a clear plan, Raina can enjoy wherever she's headed next. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
I have something for you. It's a security gig. I will work and you will sleep, you understand? This place has been shut down for years. It was huge in the 80s with the kids.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where fantasy and fun come to life. Come to life. Come to life.
How'd he go? Giant robots murdering innocent people.
You didn't think you should maybe tell me about that?
Rated PG-13.
Back here in Milwaukee, and a reminder where what the players are wearing on field during the postseason. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, t-shirts, and more, and root on your favorite team at MLBShop.com. Miguel Castro, 6'7", 201 pounds. A right-hander takes over, a 4.31 ERA and a strikeout rate just about major league average. One out, base is empty. 4-3 Diamondbacks. The pitch. And Contreras pushes one foul off to the right. 0-1.
Now Castro, from this sidearm delivery, this angle creates a lot of downward tilts. He gets the sinker. He throws a slider and a changeup from this slot. A lot of movement.
That one missing, a ball and a strike. Yeah, the sinker at about 97 miles an hour. And ended the regular season 14 straight scoreless appearances. I mentioned August 27th on the Diamondbacks bullpen, 2.42 the ERA in 130 innings. Overall, it was not a strength. Down the stretch, the pen was. That's in for a strike, and it's 2-2.
Well, just like part of their story is that they're young, but part of their story also is that, you know, they're aggressive and they fight and they're willing to get after it.
Check swing and a pitch down and away. Now the appeal to first did not go, says Dan Bellino. I see you, Dan.
When you see these big hits, you know, Perdomo scored. Moreno has a home run. Carroll has a home run. These guys are young and they're showing up here.
3-2. And that one is inside and ball 4. Contreras takes the walk, a one-out base runner.
Tried to go that slider, just let go of it a little late. Slipped out, went sort of backwards on him, and didn't get that tilt he was looking for to get the spin across the zone. Ended up backing into the Contreras for the ball.
So here's Santana now. First pitch swinging and missing. A sinker darting away. And the count 0-1. Santana, an RBI single, his first time. He flied to left in the second. Acquired at the trade deadline. He brings his manager Craig Counsell coffee every day. Craig Counsell likes coffee. What are you gonna do? 0-2 the count. Swing and a high fly ball center field. Well struck. Thomas back, slowing down, and he makes the catch. Shy of the track, he hauls it in. Santana just missing one, and back to first goes Contreras, and there's 2 away.
Well, Santana just missed this pitch, but look at the changeup, the fingers. He turns it over, gets that sort of UFO type of saucer spin to it, and just out in front by a hair.
So 2 down now.
I like tea, by the way, so, you know. I did bring you coffee once in Anaheim, so you remember that?
Was that when I got hit by the foul ball?
Yes.
On the ground is short. Perdomo, Marte, and that ends the inning. Castro does the job. The Diamondbacks end to 4, lead it by a run.
Hey,
New Balance, we got now.
This week only at Domino's, get unlimited mini-priced pizzas for 50% off when you order online. Choose any size pizza you want, any crust you want, and any toppings you want. Oh, and any number of pizzas you want, too. Get 50% off your perfect pizza, or pizzas, this week only at Domino's.
Freedom to move is what this lumberjack lacked. Until he got Duluth free swing and flannel to whack and hack. Now he's a limberjack. Free swing and flannel. Only at Duluth Trading.
What even is this? Don't touch my things, gross. Janice, when you bundle your home or renters with your auto, Progressive provides 24/7 protection for almost everything you own. But do you really need my weighted hoop? It's for my snatched waist. It's my dog chaise lounger. Foot treadmill. That's my Tuesday chalice. Purse that says purse. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy chamber. I can't live without oxygen. Solid gold coffee machine. Lake making kit. Really? Can Progressive cover that too? Yes, but... Hi, it's Janice. I'll take 5. Is my voice on TV right now?
Hours of love from you. All the right parts from us. With eBay Guaranteed Fit.
To all the comforters, we're here for you. With a source of comfort for everyone. Experience the redesigned Serta Perfect Sleeper.
You fought for 162 games. He's in there. Now your shot at glory is hanging by a thread. He caught it! The moment is here. The MLB Wildcard Series continues tomorrow on the networks of ESPN.
Let's take a look at tonight's active play of the game. It's brought to you by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. 3 homers by the Diamondbacks, Carroll, Marte, and Moreno. And so the Diamondbacks using the long ball, and they go from down 3-0 to leading 4-3. Yeah, that's weird. 7-7 when hitting 3 or more homers. That's the worst record in the majors when hitting 3 or more homers. Normally that's going to be a big ticket item. Not for Arizona for whatever reason. It's just sort of random. An outlier, as they might say. Here's Perdomo. Geraldo Perdomo, good defender. Settled in as their guy at shortstop. Mentioned they did call up their top prospect, Jordan Lawler, hoping he might give him some help, at least against lefties. He's a right-handed hitter, super athletic. Profiles to be a big-time player, only 21 years old. The 2-1. And that's through there for a strike. Burns painting the edge with that last cutter.
I mean, the Diamondbacks have so many elite defenders or are in progress of elite defenders, and they just don't lose anywhere on the defensive side.
Next offering down and in. One note we should mention, rosters were put out, and then the Diamondbacks made a late change as Jake McCarthy ended up not being on the roster, and Jace Peterson is on. McCarthy had an oblique injury. That's ball 4.
Perdomo has really seen the ball well from Burns. He's not jumping out at anything. He's had good takes, and he's had a tough September during the regular season. Didn't close out very well. It was an all-star of the first half, but these takes shows he's seeing the ball really well. They're close, but he's making the right call and not swinging.
And now Corbin Carroll. Carroll should be the runaway winner of the National League Rookie of the Year. And we documented earlier, at least in terms of wins above replacement, he was one of the best players in the National League, not just one of the best rookie players. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike, 0-1. I asked Mike Hazen, what did you enjoy about watching this team? And the first thing he said is watching Corbin Carroll live up to the hype. Mike Hazen, their general manager. And that's in there for a strike, 0-2. Kid who grew up in Seattle, and who was his guy? Yeah, who else? Ichiro. Look at, I mean, Corbin Carroll's only 23, but that's a baby face Corbin Carroll. They get a chance to meet, and that's his screensaver on his phone still. Next pitch is upstairs.
And then he got to play in the All-Star game this year.
In Seattle?
In Seattle. Just, you know, what a season.
Yeah, you and I got to call that together on ESPN Radio. That was fun. The 1-2. And that's downstairs.
Well, you heard him when he talked to Jesse about trying to get his pitch count up. He's talking about Corbin Burns, who can be so laser precise, and then he forces you to swing at pitches on the edge, and then you start jumping early and getting weak contact and getting quick at bats. They're not letting him do that right now.
That's upstairs, and Burns trying all over the place, and Carroll wouldn't chase. Now it's 3-2. Carroll, the on-base percentage this year, .362, as Craig Counsell and Chris Hook chat about what they're seeing from Corbin Burns. Oh, close play at first. Perdomo back in safely.
Oh, timeout.
And Santana might have gotten spiked going back in, or something happened, but it was close. I don't know if they'll check it out.
I think Santana may have hurt his wrist or jammed his wrist.
Yeah, just kind of on the tag. Just making that tag, it might have gotten wrenched in there in the collision with Perdomo. Very close play.
Trainer out there along with Craig Counsell.
So they had Perdomo leaning, 3-2 count. But I guess on the smack tab on him, he's catching it, tries to go on top. Just kind of looked like his hand like twisted in the glove on the tag.
Okay, Corbin Burns waving out the trainer.
We're all trying to figure out.
Craig Counsell is right by home plate to talk to Mark Ripperger.
Yes, because yes, I did.
And this is also tough for Corbin Burns. He's got a 3-2 count, base runner, and he's just marinating on it.
Yeah, I think what's happening here is, did they charge a mound visit there? And Craig Counsell saying, no. He told me, go check on the first baseman. And now they're going to bring the entire crew out there. Bannister and Lovello saying, no, that should be their second mound visit.
I love how all these coaches, they don't want to cross the line into the grass. Very, very respectful of the landscaping crew here.
So here's Burns pointing and saying he's hurting. But because Santana's close to Burns, the Diamondbacks maintaining that is a mound visit.
They waving it off is what Counsell's trying to find out. He's like, look, this counts. I mean, I need to know how many visits I have. This is significant. And he was checking before he walked out there to make sure it was cool. I'm checking on this player. And he should not be charged with a mound visit for going to check on an injury.
Mark Ripperger, the plate umpire. The crew chief is the second base umpire, Alan Porter. Torey Lovello saying, okay, so it will not be a mound visit. There's Alan Porter. Now that we've gotten that settled, if you're at home and you're keeping track of mound visits,
there's a lot of helicopter parenting. A lot of helicopter parenting right now going on.
3-2. Carroll, the pitch, and that is low for ball 4, and he walked him. They have Abner Uribe up in the pen. The Brewers do. And Marte, his first time up, he got tied up by cutters, and he kept that in the back of his head. Third inning, and he ambushed him. First pitch swinging and hammered one out.
And they don't want to take a chance again against Marte, so a change is coming.
So Uribe coming in. The night is over for Corbin Burns.
Doors can take us to new adventures and long-term goals. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by helping you create a comprehensive wealth plan with the right balance of risk and reward. Doors were meant to be opened.
Who do you think taps out first?
I think the duck goes the distance.
All right, you about ready to get out? What's this? A hospital bill for $1,000? Did this guy just say Gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
But with Aflac, you could get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh? Aflac! Okay.
Oh, does one go zero?
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac!
Official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
You want to race?
For real?
Affordable design. Endless possibilities. IKEA.
This is a cluster.
Hello?
It's what happens when marketers group customers with very different behaviors into one tangled mess.
This is a mess.
With MailChimp, marketers can use real-time behavior data to personalize every email for every customer, turning customers into customers. Intuit MailChimp, the #1 email marketing and automation platform.
Kevin Connors in studio. Luzardo and Wheeler matching zeros on ESPN till the bottom of the third inning when Alec Boehm breaks the ice. The RBI double down the line. Johan Rojas comes in to score. 1-0 Phillies lead over on ESPN. Boom.
All right, Kev, thanks. Craig Counsell going to the bullpen and summoning his hard-throwing right-hander, Abner Uribe. 30 2/3 innings, a strikeout rate north of 30%. The big league average is about 23%, a 1.76 ERA. This kid's just 23 years old, and you're talking about a great arm, but only 88 professional innings before pitching at the major league level. So he had dealt with injuries. They had to baby him a little bit at the beginning of the year, and Corbin Burns tied for his shortest outing of the season as he is responsible for both runners, Perdomo at second and Carroll at first. So the Diamondbacks have knocked out the Brewers ace.
Yeah, Burns wasn't that sharp, but the Diamondbacks deserve a lot of credit. They took a lot of close pitches and worked those counts.
There's Uribe down. And that one dribbled foul. And 0-1. After Uribe, native of the Dominican Republic, he debuted July 8th. Walks can be a problem for him. There's 0-1. Taps softly back to the mound. Uribe will pick it up and throw to first just in time. It effectively acts as a sacrifice bunt.
Uribe has a power sinker, and he uses it about 60% of the time, at least over the course of the regular season. He has a slider as well. Not a lot of four-seamers. So you're going to get those top action. You see the two-seam action. He rolls over it, which a lot of hitters will do when you're a little bit out in front of the sinker. And Uribe fielded his position really well. With that velocity, threw an accurate throw to first base.
And the pitch. There's a strike to Tommy Pham. The infield is in for Craig Counsell. That last pitch at 100 miles an hour. Donaldson, Adames, Turang, Santana right on the edge of the grass. Second and third. And that's fouled away. Craig Counsell in our pregame meeting had a line where he said one of the main parts of the postseason is you got to put relievers in and they got to do the job. That's what the playoffs are about.
That's it. I mean, even with these great starting pitchers, they're only going to go 5 innings, 6 innings maybe.
0-2, check swing, appeal to first, didn't go.
Well, that's what makes teams, Atlanta, Dodgers, a lot of injuries in their rotation. As we watch Pham here, did he go? No, he did not. You watch the Dodgers, they have a lot of injuries in the rotation, but they're going to be in it because of their bullpens.
The 1-2 is high. That one at 101, and now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, it's something, I think you'd even say it in the regular season. You're going to have to put relievers in, and they have to do the job. I mean, that's just baseball in 2023.
A lot of relievers.
Next offering fouled straight back by Pham.
And so it's like getting someone hot in your bullpen, but you rely on a chain, almost like a water line of bullpen members to get it done. And if one of them, they're off, that's where things start to ripple. So they need everybody in sync, doing their job, put in the right position to succeed and execute.
2-2. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Contreras. It's a strikeout.
That was a great job by Uribe and Contreras in that sequencing, because you're throwing a 100-mile-an-hour sinker, and they figured out when they sped him up enough to get him to be out in front of a well-located slider. And it was a good job to get that on the outer third, and Pham had already opened up because he's looking for that power, and it wasn't there.
Second and third, not out of the woods yet. Dangerous hitter up in Walker. And a fastball misses off the inside edge. K-Zone said it was a strike. Walker, a single and a strikeout. How about this guy? Back-to-back 30-homer seasons. He's turned into the top defensive first baseman, arguably, in the game. And they got Christian Walker off of waivers from the Reds in March of 2017. Pretty amazing.
Well, I asked him about, like, what is his motivation? He's seen a lot, D-backs history, 110 losses. And he said, look, I don't play out of revenge or proving people wrong. I try to have a positive approach. You know, it's like I was with other teams, they let me go. And here I was able to develop. And he just got better and better and better with time and age. And now he's got power to all field. He's a great defender. You know, he's doing a lot of things well. And he's in the heart of the playoffs right now to cap it off.
We're in the fifth. The Diamondbacks threatening. There are 2 outs. Arizona down early 3-0. They now lead it 4-3. Uribe outside.
Well, it's a good thought to make sure you keep him on the slider, curveballs. He hasn't hit much for average off those pitches. He is a very good sinker ball hitter. 324 with a 456 slug this year on sinkers. He's pretty good matchup him for Walker.
Uribe. And he walks him. So now the bases are loaded. And Chris Hook will head out to the mound.
I don't know if I want to name Hook if I am a pitching coach.
Right.
You know, it's just.
Well, you're certainly not interested as the pitcher for the guy named Hook coming out to the mound. It is an old school term. That's what they used to say when a manager would visit. They'd say, Greg Counsell going to the mound, and he's bringing the hook with him.
And this is literally true. So, you know, they're a living proverb here, I guess.
Yeah. Uribe on here. So Craig Counsell, they still have not named a Game 2 starter. Lots of options. Obviously, they could put Peralta on the mound. It could be Wade Miley, but Craig Counsell wanted to wait and see. It was supposed to be Brandon Woodruff's spot. It was revealed yesterday he has a shoulder capsular injury. He's out for the series and possibly the entire playoffs. Here's Moreno. He's homered. That was his last time. And the first offering in for a strike.
And Moreno doesn't swing at the first pitch very often. He uses it to size up the pitcher. And so he makes his adjustments from there.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, and an 0-1. Way outside. It's Perdomo at third, Carroll at second. And Walker, the runner, at first.
So we asked Counsell also about Game 2, 3, and he's like, let's see what happens in Game 1.
Yeah. The right-hander ready. And fires. Swing and a couple of hops out to short. Adames to Terang. They get the force. And that's the inning. The Diamondbacks leave them loaded. We go bottom of the fifth. It's 4-3.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping, like, we're cut in half, just like that.
Go to ShipStation.com/try and get 2 months free.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak,
grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
I have an annuity, but I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
I remember every moment of that year.
Does it haunt you that your kidnapper was never found?
You've kept me here for months. Now what?
We find missing people. Gather information. Everyone has a footprint.
Building a profile as we speak.
New case.
You want my personal expertise?
I got it.
We made quite the partnership.
I am in control.
You need me.
Found, Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Back at American Family Field, Diamondbacks lead it by a run as we go bottom of the fifth. Moments ago, Jesse Rogers got a chance to talk with Craig Counsell.
Craig, tell me the difference between Burns the first time through against Arizona and then the second time through.
Well, I just give them credit. I mean, they got some pitches over the better part of the plate and put great swings on them and, you know, home runs. So damage, so give them credit for that.
How big to keep it at one run right there by Uribe?
Yeah, heck of a job, man. It just changed the game, obviously, when you're in one, and we got to their bullpen early, so they got a lot of guys to go, and there's a lot of baseball left. It's been a crazy game so far.
7 hits and 3 walks. You must like the traffic on the base pass for you guys.
Yeah, we're creating pressure, and we just got to keep doing that, and we'll break through here.
Thanks, Craig.
You got it.
So Craig Counsell confident his team will break through as Sal Frelick fouls one away. New pitcher into the game is one of the Diamondbacks regular season starters, Ryan Nelson. Yeah, the right-hander, the 1-1.
Well, with Nelson, usually you see the starters, they're going to have a pretty complete repertoire. 4-seamer, cutter, changeup, slider, and a curveball.
Frelick takes inside. Sal with an infield hit his first time. And there are the numbers on Nelson. Frelick fouls one back.
Frelick helped out Nelson there. That was above the zone by quite a bit. And he did foul it off, but now he's got to battle again this next pitch.
On the ground, right side, and it's under the glove of Marte and into right field. Frelick is aboard for the second time. Sal Frelick with his second hit.
Well, they said Frelick just plays with a lot of energy. He's completely fearless in the defensive side of the ball as well. But he gets a 4-seamer. You see how straight that is, just trying to get the command Nelson was shooting for. And Marte gets there, but when he slides, he goes over the ball. And even if he fields that, though, Frelick can run well. No chance at really getting him.
Here's Adames now. Ball 1, no strikes on Willy Adames as he doubled softly to left his last time up. Willy Adames, one of their leaders. Swing and a line drive, base hit right field. Frelick stops at second, and there are 2 aboard. Diamondbacks lead it by a run, but the Brewers threatening against the new pitcher.
Well, a great job of hitting by Adames. This pitch is elevated and up, and instead of getting into pull mode, he just stays short and goes to right field by getting on top of the ball. You got to watch your top hand working here. Top hand rolling through and that allows you to get on top of this high fastball. And he finds the barrel and gets the base hit out of it.
All quiet in the Arizona bullpen. Here's Donaldson down. 4-3 Arizona, 2 on. And that one at 97 missing for ball 1. Josh Donaldson 1 for 2 with a single. Released by the Yankees August 29. 2 days later, the Brewers signed him, then sent him to AAA. Swing and a line drive, base hit center field. And Donaldson with his second hit of the night, and they're loaded.
Well, Donaldson just looking like his MVP form. You know, not getting big, not trying to hit it off the scoreboard, but just getting the base hits and staying in that line drive stroke. He's a super fly ball hitter, but look at the four seam. There's no movement on that. That is a straight fastball. And if you throw a straight fastball, you got to locate or elevate to get the swing and miss. That's in the zone. Donaldson, good hitter, patient hitter, and gets the barrel to it.
And a pitch. And Turang, did that hit him? It certainly came close. And they're going to say that, in fact, did get Turang. Frelick trots home. Sal Frelick. And it is 4-4.
You get the breaking ball, and they talk about back foot slider, more of a curveball spin. And does he get his foot out of the way?
Is challenging the call hit
looked
by
like
pitch.
it might have missed him.
That is reviewable. A hit by pitch is reviewable.
So watch the back foot, and does it get the toe? He moves his foot out of the way. It looks like it gets dirt. And
I'm not sure it got him.
No, I don't think so. It's close. That's an interesting angle as well. Does it change direction? So this is what they'll be reviewing, all these angles.
But let's remember, the call on the field is hit by pitch.
Yes.
And I don't know that thus far we have seen a look that definitively shows that it didn't hit him.
And that's what it takes, clear and convincing evidence to overturn it. If there's not, they will say the call stands. And does that get? This is where you kind of lose sight a little bit.
Well, the front foot is blocking.
You know, this angle, you see his foot get out of the way, and you just see dirt. Does it change direction? So they're going to watch this very closely, and they have other angles to work with here.
Well, the thing that they're capable of doing back at the replay center in New York is basically placing 2 replays together in a mosaic, so they can take the look from center and the look from the side and put them together and time them up. That is something that we don't do, but they can do back there.
Well, with the stakes of these games, they're going to watch it very closely. It's going to take some time, and pitchers are going to have to be patient and get out of sync possibly. We saw that with Corbin Burns, but they're trying to get this right, and it's very questionable. And it's going to be a close call. And we've learned that.
Now Alan Porter.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The batter was not hit by the pitch. The count is 1-0. Arizona will retain their challenge.
So there you go.
Yeah. It looked like it missed him, but it was the clear and convincing is the tough. And that's why it's so significant. What is the call on the field? Because that creates the standard by which you overturn it. And so it matters still what the umpire calls, because it creates a burden that's higher to overturn it than to sustain it.
So Diamondbacks still have the lead, 4-3. Turang up, 1-0. And a swing and a miss.
A lot of times when these teams are bringing in the starting pitcher, they're hoping for him to go deep in depth. Right now, he's not gotten, Nelson hasn't got a single out, and that's cutting into their ability to use him as a long reliever.
Swing and a miss from Turang. Frelick, Adames, and Donaldson third to first on the bases. The right-hander Ryan Nelson. Nelson from Henderson, Nevada, a second-round pick by the Diamondbacks just in 2019 out of University of Oregon. John Shambi, Doug Glanville, and Jesse Rogers here at American Family Field. Brewers fans ready to explode. Their team down a run. And that's fouled back.
Nelson's got very good velocity. We see the 98 miles an hour. There's not a lot of movement on that four-seamer, that fastball. It's over the top, so he has to be precise. And it seemed like he'd have more success if he gets some elevation up there, because that ball's got some hair on it.
Terang swings and misses, struck him out. A huge strikeout for Ryan Nelson.
This is a better location for Nelson because he gets it a little bit more on the upper side. So you see the four-seam. Look at that perfect spin, but he gets the elevation and he swings under it. So those four-seamers, the advantage, you get the velocity, but you also lose the movement. And that's the trade-off when you're trying to get something that you can blow by the hitter.
Another pitching change. Ryan Thompson coming in. So Torey Lovullo going to the bullpen again.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from Simply Safe. This exclusive technology allows Simply Safe agents to help stop crime in real time by speaking through the new Smart Alarm indoor camera.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
For instant intruder deterrence and faster police response.
Police have arrived. Your home is safe.
Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Nope.
Constant Contact delivers the marketing tools your small business needs to keep up, excel, and grow. Constant Contact, helping the small stand tall.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional-grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Kevin Connors in studio, bottom four. The Phillies get to Jesus Luzardo again. Bryson Stott to center field. JT Realmuto scores. Jazz Chisholm comes up throwing, gets Nick Castellanos at the plate. But Stott would advance to second on the throw. Next batter, Christian Pache. Single, Stott home. Zach Wheeler has been stout. Bottom four, 3-0 Phils on ESPN.
All right, Kev. And here, Torey Lovullo going to the bullpen one more time. It's the fifth pitcher he's used, including the starter. Ryan Thompson, a 3.82 ERA in 31 games. And this right-hander, Dougie, I think in his fantasy, he would have him pitching in the seventh with them up and then hand it over to Ginkel and hand it over to Sewald. But here he is in a spot trying to protect a 4-3 advantage. Bases loaded, one out, and Thompson into a huge spot.
Well, Lovullo's trying to play the I just need 27 outs, and every out he's weighing the matchups, and he's going to go through a lot of pitchers tonight.
Taylor, and he takes a strike. He gets a chance to hit with the bases loaded again. He's hit a 2-run homer, and then his next time up wrapped into a fielder's choice to end the third. Frelick at third, Adames at second, Donaldson at first, one out. Diamondbacks up. And that one is whacked foul, pushed off to the right and out of play.
Well, Thompson has a big sinker, and you see the delivery. He starts off closed, and he steps even further closed, almost into the third base dugout. Creates a very difficult sight path for right-handed batters, and he gets some good sink on it, and he's shooting for that chance to get the double play if he doesn't get the strikeout.
That one inside. Thompson, the former Tampa Bay Ray, he was released by the Rays in the middle of August. And with Arizona, 13 regular season appearances and 0.69 ERA. 1-2, bases loaded, 1 out. Outside as that one floats off the edge. And now 2-2 on Taylor.
He's got a great slider. Thompson has 0.97 batting average this year. And so the sinker slider, you can see he's keeping the ball down pretty well on the sinker.
And the pitch. Downstairs. And now there's no place to put Tyrone Taylor. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and they rise to their feet at American Family Field. A beautiful night temperature now in the mid-70s. The roof is open. They've got the yellow rally towels out. All loaded up. Brewers down a run. Line drive. Oh, what a catch! Longoria to second. It's a double play. Oh, my goodness. Evan Longoria saves the day with a lunging grab, and they turn it into 2 outs. A brilliant defensive play, and the Diamondbacks still lead it 10-5.
Coach Saban, this goat done took over our office.
And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands.
Hospital bill for crime. Did you just say gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time. Aflac. Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap.
Now, how do we get this goat out of here?
Aflac. Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Aflac is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want, like a lightweight road bike, clip-in shoes, and a moisture-wicking jersey.
What? Is it too much?
And 2% cash back on what you need.
What?
I think you missed a spot.
Is it bad?
It's not good.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. That's real life ready.
This is a cluster.
Hello.
It's what happens when marketers group customers with very different behaviors into one tangled mess.
This is a mess.
With MailChimp, marketers can use real-time behavior data to personalize every email for every customer, turning customers into customers. Intuit MailChimp, the #1 email marketing and automation platform.
The Little League World Series champions!
Rep who you root for this postseason. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite team gear and today's special offer.
Back here at American Family Field, and the new pitcher, Elvis Peguero, will take over. We go to the 6th. A 1-run game, and the right-hander fires in a strike. The Brewers with a very good bullpen. Peguero a 3.38 earned run average, and Milwaukee in the second half a 2.52 ERA, and ultimately they had the second best bullpen ERA in the majors. Gurriel fouling one off, and the count is 1-2. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Arizona. 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Milwaukee. The Diamondbacks have used 3 home runs in this game. That one inside, check swing, he went, struck him out. Gurriel is gone. Well, Evan Longoria turns 38 on Saturday, and happy birthday. What a play. I mean, a spectacular play by the former Gold Glove Award winner. 3 times he won that award. In fact, it was his first 3 years, or his first 2 of his first 3 years in the bigs. He won that award. He's always had really good hands and put together a very impressive career.
Well, the other question is, Adames getting doubled off there. You have to freeze on that line drive and kind of head back. And so with his squad trying to get that extra run across, you wait, because if it gets by him, they probably could still score it potentially, or at least get to that next bag. So getting doubled off there is certainly not ideal for the Brewers.
Swing and a miss from Thomas.
Peguero has a slider and a sinker. Those are the 2 pitches. Good movement. Keeps it down. And that is his bread and butter.
Right-hander ready. Thomas waits. Alec Thomas 0 for 2 in this one. Thomas, a kid who grew up around baseball. 2nd-round pick at a high school in Chicago in 2018. His dad was the head of strength and conditioning for the Chicago White Sox, so he was around the White Sox clubhouse a lot as a kid. Big bouncer taken in by Terang. And there are 2 outs. And here comes the veteran Evan Longoria. What a spectacular play by Longoria. 37 years old. Longo. Remember that dramatic home run that he hit to put the Rays into the playoffs? And a guy with the most postseason experience on this team. The 0-1 downstairs.
I like listening to Torey Lovullo before the game about Longoria. He says, look, even when he doesn't match up as well against the pitcher in his repertoire, he still has good at bats. He still works counts. He still gives quality to that at bat.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Yeah, a guy as a veteran who impacts their clubhouse, still loves to play. And fun to be around. Fans waving the towels. 1-2. And a base hit into right field as Longoria goes the other way.
Just a great adjustment there. He swings over a slider, and then all of a sudden he just says, okay, get my foot down, and then just go with the barrel. Just simplify. Just stay based and stay still and not have any leg kick, and just put the foot back and just use the barrel to go through the zone. That was a huge adjustment. After the first pitch, he swung over it.
Craig Counsell making the point to the pen. Perdomo scheduled, had the lefty Hobie Milner up, and we get a pitching change in Milwaukee.
I'm all about fall, especially this new pumpkin spice frosty. Yeah, after it. So I'm taking some me time out here.
Question for you. So, fries are a utensil, right?
Good question.
Okay. It is a good question. Can you give us an answer?
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pumpkin spice frosty or cold brew.
Freedom to move is what this lumberjack lacked. Until he got Duluth free swing and flannel to whack and hack. Now he's a limberjack. Free swing and flannel. Only at Duluth Trading.
You weren't made for moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, but Entyvio is. In clinical trials, Entyvio helped many people achieve long-term relief and remission. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. Although unlikely, a risk of PML, a rare, serious, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, experience frequent infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Liver problems can occur. It's time to ask your healthcare provider about Entyvio. Go to Entyvio.com to learn more about the #1 prescribed biologic for Crohn's and UC.
Entyvio, Entyvio, Entyvio.
Constant Contact's advanced automation lets you send the right message at the right time, every time. Constant Contact, helping the small stand tall.
Well, the best of 3 wild card round rolls on tomorrow with all 4 game 2s. Rangers and Rays get it started at 3 Eastern on ABC. Jays and Twins at 4:30 Eastern on ESPN. We'll have Diamondbacks, Brewers at 7 right here on ESPN2. Marlins, Phillies cap the night 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN. Every game also available on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. And the lefty Hobie Milner is on. Really good season for this southpaw. 182 ERA at 64 1/3. And Milner pitches college ball at the University of Texas. Last year frequently used for Craig Counsell, a 3.76 ERA, but a sub-2. And a guy that Craig Counsell's been able to count on now for a couple of seasons. He's pitched at the big league level for the Phillies, the Rays, the Angels, and now the Brewers. Craig Counsell having to make moves. Both these managers busy pointing to the bullpen.
A lot of pointing.
Here's Geraldo Perdomo. 4-3 Arizona as Milner delivers a strike. Diamondbacks were down early 3-0, and they got 3 homers to take the lead.
Well, Milner will feature that curveball. That's been his most frequently thrown pitch of the season, but he sinks the ball. Throw that 4-seamer changeup, but the motion is what's tough. The timing. He starts close, he jumps at you.
Out softly, Milner gobbles it up on the grass, slings to first. And Perdomo is out. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-3.
Okay, again, this is a status bar, this is a search bar. Let's know the difference, okay?
Social media. It can be overwhelming for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Now, what does it mean to slide into someone's DMs? It sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, we're not ready for that. As a team, we'll get there. It might be a fruit emoji, but that doesn't mean they're talking about fruit.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, do you really think we need 47 photos of fun dinner at Pam's?
Yes.
No.
My schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got 2, 3 birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time. How's that look? Works for me.
Works for me.
No one sees the world quite like an airline, but the world we see below us is changing fast. That's why Delta is committed to net zero carbon emissions by 2050. It's why we're getting rid of 4.9 million pounds of single-use plastics annually. And it's why we're accelerating our push to source sustainable aviation fuel. Because we know a thing or two about getting where we need to be. And it's time we all got going. Together.
We find missing people who have slipped through the cracks, and we bring them home.
We need to talk about how you figured out this location before us cops.
We all have our secrets.
Found Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Affordable design, endless possibilities. IKEA.
Football is back. Got your new fantasy team name? Check. Grill? Check. Fancy grill? Check. Troy and Joe? Check. Bro and bro? Check. All the emotions? All season long? Check, baby.
Back Back here, we take a look at our game track, and it's brought to you by Volvo. We're in the bottom of the 6th in Milwaukee. The Diamondbacks 4, the Brewers 3. Arizona with 3 homers tonight. And for the Brewers, the bottom of the order doing the damage. And Christian Yelich. Yelich fouls it into the mitt of the catcher Moreno. 1-1. Christian Yelich joking the other day that basically since April they've been calling themselves the Brewers have average Joes. A foul ball off his foot. If you've seen the movie Dodgeball.
I have. With Ben Stiller.
Yeah, so Vince Vaughn, obviously one of the stars of that movie, but you know, the Brewers, they're just the average Joes is what they came up with. And whereas the Diamondbacks may not be Globo Gym, there are some Globo Gyms out there waiting in the Dodgers and the Braves if they're able to get through. If you're wondering whose patches hurling the wrenches at people, that would be America's bench coach, Pat Murphy. As Yelich bounces it foul. Yeah, it's a group that's fun. They got a good sense of humor.
Well, and Craig Counsell talked about how, you know, it's a fun group. He just enjoyed this team and how they have come together. And they've done it by adding pieces. They've had to make moves, a lot of moves, but they've gelled around it.
Yelich spoiling that one foul.
And then Mark Canha coming over, Santana. You know, some moves where they had to send players out and back. And they've just been able to get stronger over the course of the season and fill certain holes. And here they are.
Outside, and now it's filled up on Yelich. Top of the order, Yelich, Contreras, and Santana against Ryan Thompson. Yelich waits, and that one misses. Moreno thought it was strike 3, and instead it's ball 4.
The K-zone had it in the zone, but right on that border. But you look at the location, you see that K light up.
So that means it is a strike.
And you have a guy like Thompson whose movement goes very much into and away from lefties, into righties. That ball on the outside is crossing that plate.
Contreras takes a strike. And William frustrated with the plate umpire Mark Ripperger.
You got to be careful as their catcher. You don't want to get on the bad side of the umpire, and you're trying to get calls for your own pitcher.
Dribbled is short, cutting across Longoria, bobbles. Now a throw back. Oh, and he got the left hand in. Marte saying, no, I got him. Yelich went past the base and then tried a little swim move. And the call at second was safe.
Wow, what a play. I mean, look, Longoria knew he messed it up, but then a quick recovery and good job by Marte on holding the bag. He held the bag and called for it. And the ball certainly beat Yelich.
Second base.
The ball certainly beat Yelich to the bag, but did he get the tag on him? It looked like Yelich might have reached around. Did he get his chest before he did that? Very quick athletic move by Yelich to reach around, and just have to find out when the tag was applied and when that left hand got in there.
So it'll be a base hit. But now will the folks back in New York overturn the call? Safe is the call.
Watch the tag. Now watch Yelich's left arm. Now did he get his right arm before the left arm? That is going to be the question. That's it. I think the other angle might be the better one. That one, you can't tell when the tag is applied, but these are great shots just to kind of work with. And they're watching the big screen now. Everybody's looking up.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Arizona will retain their challenge.
Yelich out.
Well, that's the turn of events. I mean, watch the tag here. Now watch the right arm. He gets him there before Yelich gets the left hand around. That's what they've concluded. And how important in a great position. Just tough to tell with two arms involved.
He's looking up.
Time called by Santana. Either time or he was complaining that Thompson had not engaged.
Gotta make eye contact. Come on now.
So Santana here. The switch hitter takes low. Carlos Santana, see him wear that number 41. That's an ode to one of his heroes, Victor Martinez. When he was in the minor leagues, he would watch Victor Martinez, eventually got to work with him a little bit. That guy was an amazing switch hitter. There's a strike on the outside corner.
Was he ever? Well, right now, the base running and inability to kind of chain it together is hurting the Brewers right now. 11 hits and 3 runs. And 4 walks to go with that. 1, 2, 3. I'm just counting my board. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 walks, 11 hits. A lot of traffic, as Craig Counsell said. They're just not punching it through. And some of it is base running mistakes. We saw Adames get doubled off. We saw Yelich overrun the bag.
Santana fouls it off. Got to count 2-2. Santana an RBI single his first time. He's flied to left and flied to center. Came over from the Pirates at the deadline. Diamondbacks 4, Brewers 3. We're in the bottom of the 6th. The game Milwaukee led 3-0. Contreras at first. And a swing and a miss. Santana is gone. Huge strikeout there for Thompson.
We made our own tequila, so we'd always have a reason to get together, so you'd always have a reason to get together. Grab a glass, amigo. Our casa is your casa.
Well, now it's Mark Canha. And Canha takes the strike. Canha, 34 years old, the DH in this one. He's 0 for 3. Arizona leading 4-3. They've been out hit 11-6. Chopped on the ground. 2 big bounces. Perdomo, Marte, inning over. No runs a hit. 1 man left. We played 6 in Milwaukee, and the Diamondbacks lead.
I have a structured settlement, and I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now.
I am an annuity, but I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now. 877 cash now. They help thousands, they'll help you too. 1 lump sum of cash they will pay to you. If you get long-term payments but you need cash now, call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now. 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now.
Enough! I am a god, you dull creature.
Stop trying to be a hero. You're a villain, and you're good at it. Always have been. Always will be.
We have 1 shot at this.
Whatever we do, we're playing God.
What could we have done differently?
Loki Season 2, streaming October 5th, only on Disney+.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
I got that sauce biscuit and some Tay-Tays.
Eggman and Saucy Boy. 2 hot coffees.
No matter what you call it, Wendy's breakfast is that breakfast. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
Back here in Milwaukee, the roof is open, and we're headed to the 7th. The Diamondbacks 4 and the Brewers 3. Boog Sciambi, Doug Glanville, and Jesse Rogers. And Hobie Milner continues as he faces Corbin Carroll, who flips one into left field for a base hit. And so Carroll on base for the 3rd time, a homer, a walk, and now a single, and a guy who is a big-time threat to run.
And he's making it look easy right now. Milner is extremely difficult on lefties. The sinking action of a sidearmer. But watch how he stays inside this ball. Hands to the body. He follows through towards left field where he's kind of going with it and gets it done.
So we'll keep our eye on Corbin Carroll. 54 stolen bases during the regular year and successful 91.5% of the time. Obviously a challenge with the lefty on the mound, and he's got the oven mitt on that left hand.
The cinnamon rolls are ready. Take them out, Corbin.
Marte swings and hits one in the air center field. Frelick makes the catch and gets it back in, and Marte retired. Greg Counsell out of the dugout. He had Yoel Payamps up in the pen. I don't think Craig Counsell anticipated having to use all his leverage guys, but that's been the case here tonight. Milner gone. Pitching change.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
I have an annuity, but I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
Constant Contact delivers the marketing tools your small business needs to keep up, excel, and grow. Constant Contact, helping the small stand tall.
Your chain's off. We can fix it now, and you're done.
Done.
We fixed this toilet. We fixed this toilet on video.
Okay.
Open the front door. Worked with Peter and now it's closed.
There you go. All fixed.
Introducing Front Door. Download today to video chat an expert.
Another pitching change. Diamondbacks lead it by a run. One of the biggest plays in this game made defensively by Evan Longoria, who's downstairs with Jesse Rogers.
Evan, is it 27-year-old Evan Longoria out there or 37-year-old I'm watching?
Yeah, I mean, made a couple of plays in big spots there. Obviously, this game's nowhere near over. But yeah, we've been fortunate to get a couple breaks. Obviously, catching the line drive, and then right there, you know, Yelly trying to be aggressive coming to third. We were able to get it out there. So yeah, man, back and forth game. It feels tight.
Congrats. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Evan Longoria, a guy who still loves it and impacting the game with his glove here in this one. Glove and the arm, two really big time plays. Yoel Payamps will take over, a 2.55 ERA in 70 2/3 innings, and a strikeout guy, 27%, above that big league average.
Now, a little bit of risk here because you're bringing in the right-hander, and you have Corbin Carroll on first base. And he stole 54 bases, but he also stole 45 of them against a right-handed pitcher. I mean, so that is helping Carroll be in a position to just take this bag. So they went for the matchup at the plate, but not so much with the base running.
Now one fouled back by Tommy Pham. Contreras behind the plate. He allowed 77 stolen bases, 8th most among all catchers in 2023. As Santana lunges to collect that throw.
And you only get 2 disengagements, so once you throw over another time, if you try a third, it is a balk unless you pick him off.
Payamps, and that's a little bit high. Now the Diamondbacks use the running game to their advantage this year. I mentioned second most stolen bases in the majors, and Torey Lovullo's team, they stole it at around an 87% rate. I mean, as a team, which is insane.
I mean, 166 bags at an 87. I mean, that's got to be historic.
86.5%. We round up at 0.5, gang.
Yes, we do.
87% for the Diamondbacks. Arizona leading by a run, and a speedy runner at first. The 2-1. And that one missed outside. And now it's 3-1 to Tommy Pham, who's 0 for 3. Pham, 35 years old. He's got great discipline as a hitter.
This is a good time to run. Pham is so good to going right field. You got super speed at first.
And a swing and a miss.
He's quick to the plate, there's no doubt, but it isn't always about being quick as much as do you have tips and timing mechanisms by which the runner can steal on you. Dave McKay, their first base coach, one of the best in the business at finding that out.
Pham fouls it away off to the right.
And we talked to Zach Gallen yesterday, and he talked about controlling the running game. He said, look, sometimes I have to be slow. I have to make my pitch. If I'm worried about him, I'm going to make more mistakes.
There goes the runner. The pitch is cut on and missed. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second. Oh, wow. A strike him out, throw him out, double play. Are they going to look at it?
Carroll is not leaving the bag. So he gets the jump. Very nice job by Turang. He catches the short hop and then follows through and holds the ground to get Carroll at the chest level.
Arizona is challenging the out call at second base.
Well, you see Carroll going in, and Turang catches it, but it's a short hop that he comes up with. He's not catching it and coming down. Watch his glove. He catches it and has to go up and then into the tag. Now it looks like Carroll might have got his leg in there and his elbow. Turang's forearm is on his knee. Does he make the tag? Looks like his foot is on the bag. So look at extended foot by Carroll.
Oh, I think he brushed his pant leg with the glove.
Did he have the ball when he did? May have. All right, here. Well, did he get his leg? That's the key, because if he didn't get his leg, he tagged him up at the armpit level. So watch the front leg. Full extension. Catch. Does he get him here? Or
I think
there?
he got him on the back side of the glove. With the back side of the glove.
And that's going to be clear and convincing, and that's going to be the challenge of being able to say that's clearly and convincingly overturnable.
Well, Carroll with one of the greatest stolen base seasons in recent memory. 50-plus stolen base guy stealing it above 91% is amazing.
I don't know if he got his thigh there. I mean, it's so microscopic. Does he get his leg? Because if not, his foot's there. And the tag, by the time it's chest level, not in time.
After review, the call to stand. The runner is out. Arizona will lose their first challenge.
So it's a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Midway in the 7th, it's time to stretch. It's 4-3 Diamondbacks.
Is someone trying to steal your Butterfinger this Halloween? Call the BFI. No one lays a finger on your Butterfinger.
Sell to your customers anywhere with Shopify, the commerce platform designed for entrepreneurs. Online, on social, in person, and on the go. Get the tools you need to sell the way you want. Powered by Shopify.
Honey. DayQuil Severe Honey. Powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste. Because life doesn't stop for a cold. DayQuil Honey. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head fever, honeylicious power through your day medicine.
I know the challenges you face. The workforce uncertainties that keep you up at night. The economy is volatile. Recession is inevitable. AI is disrupting. 325,000 CEOs, HR leaders, and politicos turn to SHRM. 95% of all Fortune 500 companies turn to SHRM. When work keeps you up at night, turn to SHRM.
You can't buy great conversations or moments that matter, but you can invest in them. At T. Rowe Price, our strategic investing approach can help you build the future you imagine. T. Rowe Price, invest with confidence.
Get food or you?
Ugh.
Is yours wet too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have the sunroof open.
I didn't open it.
You're Mr. Sunroof.
I'm Mr. Sunroof?
Yeah, you're always like, let's open the sunroof.
I didn't leave it open. Doing the replay?
This What Really Happened replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, protecting your home and auto with Progressive.
Let me get that for you.
Back here at American Family Field, and the Brewers trail it by a run, much to the chagrin of Bernie Brewer, who's up there in his chalet. You see that sign, get up, get out of here, gone. That's Bob Uecker's signature call, Mr. Baseball. Just above Bernie's chalet. I have not gone down the slide. Doug Lanville has. That was years ago. And Bernie waits.
Yes, he does.
And here's Kevin Ginkel. The right-hander takes over. And the first one is Sal Frelick is in for a strike. Frelick with a couple of hits. And the kid from Massachusetts starting in center field. Talking to Sal yesterday, he said, "Are you excited?" And his eyes got really big, and he said, "I wish we could play right now."
He's doing a great job so far. 2 base hits. Good bats.
Ginkel missing, and the count is 2-1.
Ginkel, 4-seam fastball, slider, sinker. That's the primary.
And the 2-1 finds the mark. 95. He dots the outside corner. This is the 11th pitcher used in the game, the 9th reliever. That's for both teams combined. 2-2 pop foul back our way.
Oh, that was a little bit close there.
Full disclosure, Doug Lanville and I get a chance to work together during the regular season, both on TV and on radio. We had a game earlier this year out in Anaheim, and I got hurt on a foul ball. Maybe not hurt, but
yeah,
didn't feel great on my thumb.
No, it's bruised forever, and
yeah,
I couldn't do anything. I was too far, and then I felt like if I dove across to protect you,
then there might be some real damage.
A little ricochet off the face, you know, glasses. That would have been bad. So I had to let you wear it, man.
And I wore it. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Frelick is down. Ginkel able to get him. There's one away.
Well, Ginkel, he's tough in that 65 in the third inning. He's only given up 3 home runs. So he kind of avoids that quick strike. You have to chip away against him. And this is where he gets that movement. It's riding away, four-seam action. And he's a tall guy, just kind of brings it down on you.
Ball 1 to Willy Adames. Adames with a couple of hits. He's 2 for 3. Brewers trail it by a run. They've out hit Arizona 11-7. Milwaukee led 3-0 going to the third after a Tyrone Taylor 2-run homer. Then Corbin Carroll in the top of the third at a 2-run homer. Marte followed immediately with a solo blast that tied it at 3. And then in the fourth, Gabby Moreno with a solo homer. He crushed one over the bullpen in left center. That made it 4-3, and that's where we are. Adames back in, awaiting a 2-1. Here it is. Oh, diving play, Longoria from a knee. Safe at first. Evan Longoria putting on a show defensively. Wow.
I mean, this ball is hit so hard. And even when he dropped the ball, quick transfer. I mean, just the presence of mind. He gets down, loses the ball for a second, gets it, and just gets an accurate throw. And this is close. This is a close play. Looks like he just beat it.
They will not look at it. I mean, that play, full outstretch, and then from a knee, and almost got Adames. Here's a ground ball to third. Longoria, Marte, Walker, 5-4-3. And that ends the inning. On to the eighth, it's 4-3.
To all the comforters, we're here for you with a source of comfort for everyone. Experience the redesigned Serta Perfect Sleeper.
Look at that new titanium iPhone 15 Pro. Why don't I have one? You need to go to T-Mobile, where new and existing customers can get iPhone 15 Pro on them. I do need to switch to T-Mobile. You're very wise, Reflection Comet. And you're very handsome, Real Comet. You don't need hair. Yeah, hair is for suckers.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us now and the freedom to upgrade every year.
Sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. Sometimes we try to fit it all in. Sometimes we don't know what's in store. Sometimes we find what we're looking for. Sometimes we're rolling easy and free. Sometimes 1 and 1 makes 3. So much to love along this ride. That's why Nationwide is on your side.
Don't freak out, but you can get 50% off all menu price Domino's pizzas when you order online right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Right now?
Right now? Right now.
50% off, honey! Right now!
Now through the end of the week, get 50% off all menu price pizzas when you order online at Domino's.
Well, we'll have all 3, if necessary, Game 3s on Thursday. The schedule, if there are 4 games, Rangers and the Rays, Blue Jays, Twins, D-backs, Brewers, Marlins, Phillies, ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, and ESPN. But we'll have to wait and see. Payamps back to work. Walker up the middle. Terang on a dive. Can't get it. And Walker with his second hit And the leadoff man is aboard here in the 8th. The Diamondbacks would love some insurance right here. And now Moreno to the plate. Turang, a brilliant defender at second, has great range. Almost came up with that. These are two of the top defensive teams by outs above average. The top two defensive teams. Brewers 1, Diamondbacks 2. And this one tonight, Evan Longoria has put on a show at third base. Moreno with a big home run. His homer's the difference. And that one downstairs.
Moreno just has consistent, calm at bats. I mean, it looks like he's seen all these pitchers for years, but he just stays back. He's quiet. He goes the other way. He's got pop. I mean, these are good takes. This is a laying off a tough slider, then a sinker in, and he didn't jump at it. He didn't get ahead of himself. And he's putting himself consistently in hitters counts, and he's really a dangerous hitter when he's get ahead in the count.
The 3-0 misses and a 4-pitch walk. So the 23-year-old catcher is on base. 2 on and nobody out for Arizona. And now Chris Hook will go out and talk to Yoel Payamps.
It's one of those when you're kind of a sinker slider pitcher and you're missing in with the sinker and away with the slider, that's where you're way out of your range. Just trying to get him more centered, because his movement alone plays so well that even if he's getting more of the strike zone than he'd like, it's hard to hit him in the air. It's hard to get him squared up.
Game 2 pitching matchup for Arizona. Their ace, Zach Gallen, is the scheduled starter. Milwaukee has not announced a starter yet. It was going to be Brandon Woodruff. He was ruled out for this series yesterday with a shoulder injury. Trevor McGill is up in the pen for the Brewers. Gurriel up here with 2 on and nobody out. And the pitch. Off the plate to third. Backhanded Donaldson in time. And the runners advance.
Another swinging bunt that takes care of it. It gets no double play, but he moves all the runners over. And now second and third, 2 runners in scoring position. Pressure on the Brewers defense to play infield in, which is a dream for any hitter.
Alec Thomas up 0 for 3. Thomas, pair of strikeouts, and he's grounded out. And a swing and a miss. That one at 95.
Right now Thomas is pulling off the fastball. He's fallen off the first base side, and he's very susceptible to the breaking balls and things down in the zone.
Downstairs inside. Donaldson, Adames, Turang, Santana on the edge of the grass. And a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. How about this one? I mean, a couple of teams, especially the Brewers, excelling in run prevention, and they've been kind of hanging on by their fingernails in that department. Just so much traffic on the bases both ways. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Thomas is gone, and now it'll be left up to Evan Longoria to cash in this chance.
You talk about expansion. He expands the zone north, up in the zone, gets him the chase. He had the change up down. He threw the slider. He threw everything at him, but kept him elevated. And then finally he expanded out of the zone for the chase.
And the pitch. Longoria taps it back to the mound. Payamps underhands to first. and they get out of it. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Arizona still leads it 4-3.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
I am an annuity, but I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What even is this? Don't touch my things, gross. Janice, when you bundle your home or renters with your auto, Progressive provides 24/7 protection for almost everything you own. But you really need my weighted hoop. It's for my snatched waist. It's my dog chaise lounger. Foot treadmill. That's my Tuesday chalice. Purse that says purse. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy chamber. I can't live without oxygen. Solid gold coffee machine. Lake making kit. Really? Can Progressive cover that too? Yes, but... Hi, it's Janice. I'll take 5. Is my voice on TV right now?
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Well, the Brewers have 12 hits and 4 walks, but they're not scoring. Why? Base running. You get doubled off here, and also Yelich here overruns the backdoor. Good instincts by Longoria. So they're running themselves out of innings. So 12 hits, 4 walks, and only 3 runs, and they can't afford it. And now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
Craig Counsell going to his bench. 8-9-1 scheduled. And it'll be Jesse Winker against Kevin Ginkel. The pitch. And Winker fouls one back. The Ginkel-Winker matchup that you never knew you needed. A 1-run game here for Winker. Just wasn't able to stay healthy this year. And a swing and a miss.
He had an amazing year a couple years ago with the Reds. He was all-star.
Yeah, he was an all-star starter in Denver.
He's stretching right now.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't played in a game since July 24. And he made the roster. It was basically, Craig Counsell said, they chose Winker's at-bats over Tellez at-bats. It looks like
they took a swing into like his back or something, and then all of a sudden he's stretching, called timeout, and started stretching to see how his back was doing, but took a big swing late there, and then on the follow through, and just kind of went into a stretching position that you would do at the gym. Just I mean, like you said, hasn't had a lot of playing time, and now you got to gear it up here.
So Winker back in an 0-2 hole. The pitch. And he struck him out. Ginkel blew him away. And Winker down on strikes.
Well, this is just heat. I mean, I'm just coming at you. 4-seamer elevation, and Winker, you got to do that. You got to get it up in the zone. And he gets a little piece of it, but not enough.
So Winker retired. Yeah, the pitch in for a strike to Tyrone Taylor. Taylor, a 2-run homer in the second. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the third, and then he lined to third on that spectacular play by Longoria that he turned into a double play.
Well, Longoria has just been a defensive star. I mean, even when he made a bobble, he recovered quickly because he paid attention and watched for Yelich overrunning the bag. So just fantastic today.
Swing and a miss. And 1-2 on Taylor. Ginkel fires. And that one, he hit it twice. It's a foul ball.
It's like fool me once, fool me twice in one situation right there in one swing. But he's still alive. He's able to do enough with it to get another pitch. And Ginkel is tough. I mean, right-handed batters, 184 on the season, only 2 home runs.
Right-hander ready and fires. And a swing and a miss struck him out. Ginkel gets Taylor. There's 2 away.
I mean, this slider is like an evaporator ball. I mean, it just absolutely disappeared. Look at how it starts. You see the spin, it feels good, and then all of a sudden it's gone. And when you have a magic show like that type of pitch, you're going to keep going to it, and he's locating it right where he needs to.
Nasty strikeout rate of just under 28% this year. And the first one to Yelich is in for a strike. Yelich has had a good night. He's walked twice and he's singled, so on base 3 times. Diamondbacks lead it by a run, bottom 8. This has been an odd game, right? I don't think we anticipated in this matchup that the bullpens would be used so exhaustively.
Yeah, I mean, Burns, you think he's good for 7, or he's just so steady.
Next pitch is outside.
And we figured Fott might be out, but you think about the strategy of the D-backs, they're like, wait a minute, we could empty the entire notebook because we have Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly, 2 pitchers that go deep.
Yelich fouls one away. I mean, all these base runners, and still nobody has scored since the 4th. The Brewers have left 10. The Diamondbacks have left 7.
Yeah, I mean, this is serious traffic. If you had this kind of traffic, you'd have put up a street light or something.
2-2. Yelich waits 2 outs. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss. Ginkel is pumped up as he strikes out the side. We're going to the 9th here at American Family Field.
New Balance, we got now.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want. Like a chic velvet party dress. The perfect petal pink lipstick. Vintage earrings with a mysterious history. And 2% cash back on what you need. Like a first-rate lint brush. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. That's real life ready.
If you don't know about Xfinity Mobile, well, now you do. It's the fastest mobile service around. With the best price for 2 lines of unlimited. Only $30 a line per month. That's hundreds in savings a year. When you wave bye to the other guys. All on the most reliable 5G network nationwide. You really shouldn't walk out the front door without it. Switch today at XfinityMobile.com.
Kinder Bueno. It's crispy. It's creamy. It's not your average chocolate bar. Smooth milk chocolate, crispy wafer, creamy hazelnut filling. It's Kinder Bueno.
We find missing people who have slipped through the cracks, and we bring them home.
We need to talk about how you figured out this location before us cops.
We all have our secrets.
Found Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and the knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Devin Williams, the closer, is on to try and keep it a one-run deficit for the Brewers. 61 appearances, a 1.53 ERA. And as well, a new second baseman taking over for Terang is Andrew Monasterio. Milwaukee down a run, 4-3. Geraldo Perdomo takes a strike from the right-hander. Devin Williams, who is an all-star this year and last year. Former Rookie of the Year.
Williams has this great changeup. It has almost a screwball-like action. It dives down and away, complements it with an elevated fastball. And it's just a nightmare on your eye level. Fastball up, changeup down. He's got that top to bottom strategy working really well. He's very hard to hit. Bottom 4% in hard hit rate.
Fouled off by Perdomo, 1-2.
He's going to walk a few batters, but hard contact is hard to come by against him, and you're going to get a lot of swing and miss.
That one inside. But one of the things that very quickly has become a storyline for the Milwaukee Brewers, their Game 2 starter. It was going to be Brandon Woodruff, announced yesterday he is out for this series. The 2-2 outside. And now it's 3-2. And it kind of plays on a theme for the Milwaukee Brewers. Notable injuries in the postseason. Remember, Milwaukee went to the World Series in '82 and they didn't have Raleigh Fingers. And then you go back to that 2008 team. No Ben Sheets, Yelich with the injured knee in 2019, and then this guy with the broken hand, Devin Williams,
that's right,
in 2021.
Ooh.
It's kind of been a storyline for Milwaukee in the playoffs, and that continues. Williams walks the leadoff guy, and fans MLB celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month by recognizing the contributions made to our game by the Latino baseball community, past and present. Follow at Las Mayores and at MLB, and visit lasmayores.com for full coverage. Corbin Carroll here. And that one up and in.
You know, Devin Williams hasn't held base runners very well, so they've run fairly successfully, 10 for 11 against him. Got a lot of speed right now in the bases and at the plate.
The pitch, and that one misses, and Williams having a little trouble throwing strikes. Perdomo edging away at first. Three balls, no strikes on Corbin Carroll. Nice night for the rookie. His postseason debut, a 2-run homer, a walk, and a single. Not just a great base stealer, a great base runner. And a 3-0. And that's ball 4. So the Diamondbacks trying to add on, looking for insurance here in the 9th, and it's off to a good start for them.
Well, you also have two really good base runners on with some speed. A lot can happen, and they can make a lot happen. Marte can run. He's very good as a left-handed batter. That's where he has some pop. This is the best situation they've had in a while of making something happen on the D-back side.
This is the final mound visit for the Milwaukee Brewers. So, I mean, you talk about, I would love a Fitbit on the pitching coaches and the Mariners here tonight and see how many steps they got in, because Devin Williams in this game. Each team has used 6 pitchers.
Yes.
The Brewers are out of mound visits.
I mean, this is a precarious situation for the Brewers because the Diamondbacks are going to use everybody, and they have these 2 starters lined up for games 2 and 3 that are incredible, and they go deep. Whereas, and the Brewers, if they're not going to pull this off, have used everybody, including their closer.
Yep. So here's Marte, 2 on and nobody out. And that one is down and in as Marte shortened the bunt. It's ball 1. They've got Bryce Wilson warming up in the Milwaukee pen.
Marte has got some ability on this side. Righty, lefties. He's dangerous either way.
Yeah, better right-handed hitter. But you're talking about a guy that put up a monster season in 2019 with an OPS just shy of 1,000. In 2019, he finished 4th in the NL and the MVP. 2 on, nobody out. Williams fires. Diamondbacks have been out-hit 12-8, but they lead it 4-3. The difference, a 4th inning solo homer by Gabby Moreno. And a good job by Contreras back behind the plate. William Contreras, in terms of wins above replacement, he was #1 among all catchers on Fangraphs. So yeah, ahead of JT Realmuto.
I mean, big power numbers, and he's so good going the other way. I mean,
and
he's
a really good framer. The 2-2. A little bit low.
Well, the tough part about Marte is that if he's hitting left-handed, this is where he has his power. 20 out of 25 home runs, but he has a much higher batting average against lefties, so you don't know if you want to turn him around. And so he has the assets on either side of the plate.
Williams, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He went with the heater up and in, and Marte can't believe it.
I mean, these are so well located. Not that he has been sharp, but they end up right on the black. I mean, look at this. Starts at your hip. Starts right at Marte, and watch that run. It just turns the corner, and Marte just swings under it. But 96 right under your shoulder blade in the zone.
Perdomo at second. Carroll the runner at first. Arizona leading by a run. Dangerous hitter at the plate, Tommy Pham. And the pitch. There go the runners. Throw down to third. Tag. Out at third. To the naked eye, it looked like he swiped too early. Nope. He got him. And they won't look at it.
Well, when he talked to Craig Counsell for the game, he said, yes, anybody who's an aggressive team, we understand that. But there's also outs to be made on the bases. That's the trade-off.
So now a man at second and 2 down.
You know, Contreras, you know, you look at the numbers on the season, didn't throw necessarily that well statistically. You know, a lot of times you steal off the pitcher, but he's had some big caught stealings today.
The 1-0. Strike on the outside corner. Pham 0 for 4. Awaiting a 1-1. And that one gets all the way to the backstop. And Carroll will advance to third, and that is not small because obviously with a fast guy and that changeup that Williams likes to bury into the ground, Diamondbacks would love to add on. 4-3. We're in the 9th. Contreras, Santana, and Canna, 2, 3, 4 scheduled for Milwaukee. But first, the 2-1. Outside low.
Any pitcher who has this wipeout type pitch in his repertoire that ends up in the dirt for chase has to have a lot of confidence and trust with its catcher. Being able to block the ball in the dirt, because it allows you to throw that ball down and get the chase and still know that the catcher will preserve it.
Swing and a miss. The changeup. And now it's 3-2. It is a pitch that is so devastating that even when guys sit on it, it's really hard to hit. Fans want a strikeout. 3-2 on the way. And Pham able to foul it off. He went with a fastball that time.
Well, changeup on the season. 151 plate appearances, and opponents are hitting .097 against it. And four-seam fastball is 177, not much better.
3-2 to Pham. And that is low ball 4. Tommy Pham takes the walk, and that is that excellent eye on display. It's one of the things Tommy Pham, a guy that doesn't chase very much, and delivered a really good plate appearance right there.
Just a calm presence. He's just been this way since he's gotten to the big leagues. He's done some great things, you know, 30 doubles, he's stolen bases, he's hit for power, defense, and been on a lot of teams in the postseason run.
Here's Walker now, 2 on, 2 out. Swing and a miss. Walker has singled and stolen a base, struck out, walked, and singled, so he's 2 out of 3. Diamondbacks by a run. We're in the 9th. John Sciambi, Doug Glanville, Jesse Rogers. Upstairs, he didn't go. A ball and a strike the count.
Pham has quite a few stolen bases this season, and you may wait to 2 strikes just to possibly free up Walker and look for that changeup.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Pitch downstairs as Pham took off for second. And he's got the bag. And so, with a single here, the Diamondbacks could add 2.
And, you know, that makes sense because you get a lot of changeups. And if you get the strikeout, if you get caught, you free up Walker to be able to hit again and renew next time around if it comes.
The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Dan Bellino on the call. Gabriel Moreno in the on-deck circle. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Walker. Second and third, 2 outs. Williams trying to finish him off. Crowd ready. Williams fires. That's drilled to center. Frelick going back, turning and looking. It's off the top of the wall. In to score is Carroll. Pham on his heels. Walker into second. And the Diamondbacks add 2. And it is now 6-3 Arizona. It just missed getting out of here.
I mean, that ball had hair, steam, fire coming out of it. Just a low line drive, 112.4 miles an hour. And it was right down the middle. He had to come in. Short and compact stroke by Walker. And I'm not sure why he's going back to third, but we'll come back to that. But ball goes off the top of the wall. I mean, Walker just absolutely crushed this ball.
So 2-run score. We got another pitching change. The Diamondbacks 6, the Brewers 3.
Looks like it's prime time, huh?
Dr. Garcia?
Crest Reality Checkup.
That grimy film on your teeth is actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities in months. And your toothpaste just isn't cutting it.
Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but the antibacterial fluoride in Crest Pro Health protects for up to 12 hours.
So I can stop cavities before they start.
Can I get a latte?
The #1 toothpaste brand in America, Crest.
Hi, I'm Norma, and I lost 53 pounds on Golo. Once I entered menopause, I did not like the fact that I had gained body fat around my waist. And I thought, oh no, that can't happen. I've never had that problem. After starting Golo and taking Release, I immediately saw an improvement in my waistline. A lot of people expect to fall apart as they age, but since taking Release, I've never felt better. Thanks to Golo, I'm 66, but I feel like I'm 36.
Over 1 million people have put Super Beats blood pressure support supplements to the test. And the numbers tell the story. We have over 66,000 5-star ratings and reviews. We're trusted by over 120 pro and college sports teams. We're America's #1 selling beet brand. The only one that's both the #1 doctor and #1 pharmacist recommended beet brand for heart health support. See why we've won the hearts of people across America and get started with a free month supply at superbeats.com.
Well, you look at Walker's at bat, and I'll tell you, this at bat was fantastic. I mean, this is how you do it. This is a closer, and he gets a tough changeup in the zone, lays off a tough fastball at 95, gets one on the edges, lays off another tough ball in the dirt, and then he tries to get him north-south, doesn't work, and jumps on the fastball in the zone. So it's a matter of managing that up and down, that north-south, which is really hard to do against a pitcher that's such great downward tilt and can elevate. And so Walker just gets the big hit, and the Brewers have been struggling just to get one across, and he just one swing of the bat. When you have slug, you can get 2 runs in one shot.
112.4 miles an hour. It's the hardest hit ball in any of the 4 playoff games here today. Bryce Wilson will take over. Diamondbacks, by the way, that is now 10 balls they've hit in this game, 100 miles an hour or better. We talk about hard hit rate. And for Torey Lovullo, he's seen his team come out swinging. 95 and above is what is considered hard hit statistically. Wilson here against Moreno. And the pitch is in for a strike. Arizona with 2. And bidding to take a 1-0 lead with their ace going tomorrow, Zach Gallen. And that one downstairs and outside. And now a ball and a strike. Dougie, 31 pitches used by Devin Williams.
That hurts.
A lot.
It's going to hurt a lot. Maybe come back tomorrow, but then 3 in a row.
The 1-1 misses, and now 2 balls and a strike on Moreno.
It just shows the impact of a short start by your ace. It's a complete cascading effect using your entire bullpen.
The 2-1 is inside.
But you know, this time of year, people pitch 2, 3 games in a row. I mean, there's no tomorrow, so you just gotta go get after it.
That's in there for a strike. 8 pitchers used tonight for Craig Counsell, including the starter. On the ground, Santana on the backhand. And gets it to Wilson, and the inning is over. But Walker with the big hit. Diamondbacks add 2. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 6-3 Arizona.
Constant Contact's advanced automation lets you send the right message at the right time, every time. Constant Contact, helping the small stand tall.
Pretzel fanatics are freaking out. Give your taste buds a twist. We at Pretzels.com freshly bake over 45 varieties of chef-crafted gourmet pretzels in the heart of Pennsylvania. Get a new twist for someone you love or yourself at Pretzels.com.
Not another clogged drain. You need Drain Weasel, the amazing new drain snake that unblocks clogged drains in seconds. So fast, so easy, anyone can do it. The Drain Weasel removes blockages from any shower, sink, tub, any drain. The secret is the spinning handle and micro-hook wands that lock onto grime and remove it every time. Drain Weasel comes with refillable wands. And Drain Weasel has over 20,000 reviews. Available at these fine retailers.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Super Wide Duct Tape. Just check out how wide this is.
It's so wide, we built this race boat. Not only can it speed across the water, but our super strong backing can take a pounding. And our powerful adhesive holds the boat together. Yeehaw! Now that's what I'm talking about. Woohoo!
Get Flex Super Wide Duct Tape.
Well, welcome back to American Family Field. Talk the bullpen of the D-backs. I mean, they've closed it out from one pitcher to the next. Nelson, Thompson, and Ginkel in the eighth. Big pitch to get the chase by Christian Yelich. This bullpen has held them to nothing from the run-scoring standpoint since the second inning, even though it's been all kinds of traffic. So now they have another arm to see if they can pull it off.
Paul Sewald will take over. And this now the 14th pitcher to pitch in this game, including starters. I said Craig Counsell has used 8. He's used 7 pitchers in this game. Diamondbacks got this guy from Seattle right at the trade deadline. They plugged him in to the closer spot. 20 appearances, 3.57 the ERA, 13 saves. And here is Contreras. Diamondbacks up by 3. And a swing and a miss.
I mean, Sewald offers very straightforward repertoire. He's going to throw a four-seamer and he's going to throw a sweeper for like lateral movement.
Contreras fouls it away. He is not your standard closer that we see in the game today in terms of a four-seamer velocity. His average fastball is 92.2. It's not the 95, 96 we see so frequently out of bullpens. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, but there's the pitch. That sweeper, and he gets a swing and a miss and a strikeout, and there's one away.
Well, it's like ultimate frisbee, trying to hit a frisbee coming out. I mean, this ball just slides away. Look where it starts. It's like, oh, is it inside? Where does it end up? Almost off the plate. So you're bailing out as a hitter, your hips fly open, and you just have nothing left. And if he does hit it, all he can do is flick it over the first baseman's head.
Pitch to Santana. He swings and lifts it in the air to center. Going out Perdomo, called off. Thomas makes the catch. And the Brewers are down to their final out.
They talk about effectiveness, even with the lower velocity at 93. In 01, he struck out 104 in 64 and 2/3, 22, 72 in 64 innings. I should say 21 before, and 80 strikeouts in 60 and 2/3. So he gets the punch out. He has the swing and miss, and that sweeper is a big reason why.
Well, now it's up to Mark Canha to keep the Brewers alive, and he swings and misses. Canha 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts. Diamondbacks lead at 6-3. They're an out away from taking game 1, and they have their ace Zach Gallen on the mound tomorrow night.
When you watch Sewald throw, it's like he drops down, his elbow goes down, and then it's like almost like he's pushing the ball, but it gives that perception of like it's rising, and that's what makes it so hard to hit.
Pitch inside, and that actually hit Mark Canha.
Oh, nothing shocking there. Canha, 17 hit by pitches on the season. Led the league many times.
So Canna gets plunked. Sal Frelick now. Sewald delivers. And the pitch in for a strike. Frelick, a strikeout and a pair of hits and then another strikeout. So he's 2 for 4. Diamondbacks 6, Brewers 3. 2 outs, bottom 9. And that one lifted foul off to the left. And that'll find the seats. 0-2 on Frelick. So the Diamondbacks 1 strike away from taking game 1 here at American Family Field. Brother takes off. The pitch is low. Arizona, they chased Corbin Burns after 4 innings and 2 batters. They tied for the shortest start of the season for the Brewers ace. The 1-2. In the air, out towards left center and shallow. Gurriel has it, and that's the ball game. And the Diamondbacks have taken game 1 here in Milwaukee. 6-3 the final. What a job by the Arizona bullpen.
Well, even when you have a team like the Diamondbacks that have lived most of the season by aggressive base running, station to station at times, when you say going first to third, and all of a sudden the home run became the approach. You can't always control it, but they found their power stroke. Carroll, Marte, and Moreno, young players stepping up on the biggest stage and being able to deliver. And Fought got in there to give them that game 1 start. It wasn't stellar, but it gave them the bullpen, and the bullpen picked him up. And they really picked him up because they didn't give up a run after that 2nd inning. So phenomenal job by the D-backs bullpen, but also they got the big hits, the power hits that really shocked the system of the Brewers, and they could not come back. They left a lot of base runners and a lot of traffic and couldn't find the big hit.
And don't forget that amazing defense from Evan Longoria. Multiple spectacular plays. And the Arizona Diamondbacks taking game 1. Longoria, he'll turn 38 on Saturday. And he turned in a couple of stellar plays. 3 times he's won the Gold Glove, but it's been a while. Inserted into the lineup and made the plays with the glove. Diamondbacks win it 6-3. Downstairs, Jesse Rogers with Corbin Carroll.
Corbin, I need to know what that was like. Your first playoff game, it probably exceeded your expectations.
Yeah, big one for us. You know, bullpen really held it down there for, you know, a long time. Offense had some huge hits. You know, took care of the ball on defense. Made some pretty good plays on defense.
Yeah, Evan Longoria, tell me about his plays.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. You know, that one reaching up there, I thought that ball was in left field, and I look back and he's got it, throwing it to second base. So, you know, that's a game-saving play right there.
Take me inside the dugout down 3-0 early.
Yeah, I mean, I think just business-like. You know, can't change the game with 1 3-run swing. You know, got to get some runners on and make some things happen, and then, you know, those big swings kind of happen from there. Yeah.
It's a great game. Congrats.
Thank you.
It's Corbin Carroll. Back to you guys.
All right, Jesse, thanks so much. Corbin Carroll, a 2-run homer, on base via the walk 2 different times, and he singled. So on base 4 times. The postseason debut for the rookie, and the Diamondbacks secure a win in game 1 on the road. They'll have Zach Gallen going in game 2. The Brewers have not named their starting pitcher. Torey Lovello's team down 3-0 early, and they rally, score 6 unanswered. And again, our final here at American Family Field. The Diamondbacks 6 and the Brewers 3. We'll see you tomorrow for game 2. For Doug Glanville, Jesse Rogers, and our entire outstanding crew, I'm John Chomby. Thanks so much for watching. So long from Milwaukee.